in pursuit.
Vehicle failed to stop.
And out in force. This is Police Interceptors.
Stay there or you get gassed.
Following every move of Cheshire's elite crime-fighting units.
Stay there! Police retreat!
We put you in the front seat with their pursuit drivers.
Left onto the 534.
On the hunt with their dog units.
All right, mate.
Ringside as they go toe-to-toe with the bad guys.
Get off your legs! Put your arm behind your back! Brace hard, everyone!
Buckle up. Set tasers to stun and stand by to intercept.
Get your arms up now!
Another day at the office.
Coming up, a raid on a drug dealer.
What's secure?
Dealer bags, that's ready for sale.
An aggressive suspect
Why are you pulling on that, lad?
All handcuffing to the
Why
rear.
are you pulling on that?
gets a face full of pepper spray.
Don't you push your face at me. Do not push your face at me.
And a high-speed pursuit ends in a smash. Cheshire Police raid up to a dozen properties each week, looking for drugs, weapons and wanted suspects.
Hello?
Hi, mate.
Stay there! Police retreat!
The people who look after the method of entry, putting indoors in layman's terms, are the Interceptors. Today, Sergeant Sean Doolan is the MOE main man, and he's packing all the necessary tools for the job.
You want the go bar?
As long as it's a hand, mate, yeah. Take it out with us.
The Interceptors are part of a team tasked with taking down a local dealer and hopefully finding his stash. Sean's job is to get into the house as quickly as possible.
The warrant taking place in Blaken, misuse of drugs warrant, just making our way to the address now. We're just going to force entry into the address. We've got the enforcer with us. It's literally going to be straight up to the front door, and we're just going to take the front door off straight away.
Sean is a big fan of Mrs. Brown's boys, but he's in no mood for joking around this morning. The main target of the raid is a convicted dealer who's been let out of jail on licence. It seems he's back in business, and this time the Interceptors want to shut him down for good.
He's got lots of previous. He's currently on bail for drugs offences, and it's believed, from what we know, that he's still dealing in cannabis. Obviously, he's on bail for that offence as well, which sort of heightens the offence a little bit. So we're going to try and see if we can get him for that offence, get him back into custody, put him back before the courts and try and get them remanded for that offence.
The suspect clearly knows the risks. So this raid needs to be quick and slick, with no time for anyone in the house to dispose of any drugs before the police get to them. The Interceptors head to the front door, while their colleagues cover all the available exits. Now it's time for the big red key.
Police! 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 Where's Jordan?
There are 3 people in the bedrooms upstairs, and the main target is downstairs, dozing on the living room couch.
Stay there, don't move! What's secure?
Just for safety, the cuffs, alright? Yeah. I'll get downstairs.
I've got you. No, I'll stay here. You're best side by side, 'cause if I go in front, you're going to lose your balance and fall over.
All the people in the house are rounded up. But the target of the raid isn't playing ball.
I'm giving you my last name, you're mad, right? You're my last name.
Jordan staying down here and Ben staying in the bedroom upstairs, yeah?
I'm helping any of you do anything. Shut my door off.
Now the search teams get to work as the method of entry team pack away their door-knocking kit.
Yeah, okay. 1-8. It's the best alarm call in the world. There's no snooze with that one. In, Occupants secured in a living room, 3 bedrooms upstairs. I think before they had a chance to realise what had gone on, so good job.
PC Gavin is searching one of the bedrooms, and he's found something.
About 1,200 quid.
Having 1,200 quid in cash isn't illegal, but what's been found in the bedroom next door certainly is. Given the amount of what looks like marijuana and how it's packaged, there's enough to charge the suspect with dealing, also known as peewits or possession with intent to supply.
Peewits?
Yes.
Class B?
Yeah.
Cannabis, yeah.
Yeah.
You're under arrest on suspicion of being in possession of a Class B controlled drug with intent to supply it, namely cannabis.
With the police still searching his belongings, the man is taken off to the nick in his dressing gown. It seems there's enough evidence to bring his dealing days to an end.
Cannabis bush, that is, which is a Class B drug. And there's further, and that's what our classes, kind of like dealer bags. That's ready for people to basically sell. So drug users would buy that and pay like £10-20 for a bag of that. And like with most drug dealing, find things like scales. Obviously, you're looking at a significant quantity of cash there, which, you know, most people don't keep in their house really. Keep mine in the bank.
Detective Sergeant Nick Henderson has been in charge of today's operation and pleased it's gone to plan.
What we describe as a successful drugs warrant. Jordan Hasselden's been well known to us. He's on bail 3 times for peewits, class B cannabis, and we've got there today and there's been a large amount of cannabis bush itself. Successful day. We'll just do now and start the interview phase. The hard work begins now.
The man was later convicted of dealing cannabis. Because he was already out on licence, he was put behind bars for 3 years. The £1,200 was seized by the police. No further action was taken against the other 3 people in the house. Still to come, Jim hunts down a speeding driver.
Come here.
Who's got something to hide.
Result. Small hydroponic setup.
A fleeing motor puts lives at risk. And a surprise find at the roadside.
Mate, I swear to you, I don't even know what that is, mate.
The Interceptors are experienced, eager and equipped with the latest crime-fighting kit. They also sit behind the wheel of some pretty powerful cars.
I really enjoy driving the police cars around. That was one of the reasons why I joined the cops, was to drive big fast cars really fast. This is one of our better cars. This one will do in excess of 160 miles an hour. So it's a very, very quick car. Not much gets away from us in this.
Midnight in Macclesfield and Jim Hunt is on the tail of a driver who's trying to get away from him.
Just seen this vehicle travel at speed. It's turned off a roundabout, and as soon as he's seen us, he's booted it down the road. We'll see what he's got to say and why he's got that much lead in his boot.
Jim loves his high-spec crime car almost as much as the first motor he owned, a Ford Escort XR3i. And tonight, he's up against a Vauxhall Aguila. It's automotive men against boys.
Hello. Come here, mate. Come here.
No, I'm not getting off, mate.
No, you're not getting off, mate. Is this your car?
That was my missus' car.
Okay. How come you're going so fast on the street?
I was just getting back, mate, for my kids.
You had a drink?
No, I don't drink.
Okay, come over here then, mate. Yeah. Come on, your pockets,
No,
mate.
sorry, I was just pulling my pants up, mate.
The driver claims he's come home to see his kids, but it's just gone midnight and most children are tucked up in bed. Jim smells a rat.
Okay, I'm detaining you for the purposes of search at the moment because I feel you might have something on you.
No,
what's your name, fella?
Kenny Barlow.
Ken Barlow. Good Northwest name.
You seem a big fella, mate, so I don't particularly want to get into a ruck with you.
Honestly, mate, I'm sweet. Can I just make sure my missus is alright, mate? She stood there in the window.
If she stood there in the window, she's alright, isn't she?
Yeah.
She's not in any bother.
Jim gives the punter a pat down and finds a packet in his back pocket.
Do you use drugs at all, mate?
Yeah,
What's that?
A little bit of cocaine, mate.
Okay, you're under arrest and suspicion of the possession of a Class A drug.
Yeah.
Jump in the car, fella. I found a wrap of white powder, which I believe to be cocaine. I'll do what's called an evidential identification test, and that'll determine what kind of drug it is back at the police station. He's obviously seen us at the roundabout, clocked us with an unmarked police car, and absolutely floored it to try and get away. But unfortunately, a BMW 330 against a little Vauxhall Agrila ain't particularly cut it, is it really?
Along with the wrap in the man's pocket, Jim's discovered a couple more in the car.
I found another 2 wraps of what I believe to be cocaine.
So he now wants to search the house.
He hasn't gone into the address and come back out, which will give us the power under section 32 to do a search. So what we're going to have to do now is speak to the duty inspector to give us authorisation to do what's called a section 18.5 search.
By the time the cavalry arrives, the driver has fessed up to something else.
He's confirmed he's got a provisional licence, and he's got no insurance. We've got the cocaine, so not a bad little stop really, by all accounts.
And there's more bad news for the lad. Jim's just got the green light to search the house.
We've been given authority now by the duty inspector to go and search the property. So we'll go inside and see what's in there as well, which will make his day even worse.
And it doesn't take Jim long to achieve his goal.
We've got a tub there with loose leaf tobacco. It looks like a bit of herbal bush. Inside a tin containing some cannabis bush.
Upstairs, there are signs of something much bigger.
As you can hear the humming in here, it's quite hot in here. And this locker, I tend to suspect it's probably got what we're looking for. There we go. Result, small hydroponic setup in a cabinet. They go on the assumption it's going to be about a grand a plant for a yield. And it looks like we've got 3 plants there, so that's 3 grand's worth of cannabis. Not a bad result off just a little speeding motorist. Excellent.
It's pretty clear that this is cannabis, but Jim can't be so sure about the white powder he found earlier.
We need to prove what it is before we take the case forward. So they'll be tested at the police station. The cannabis will be recovered and booked in at Macclesfield Police Station, and he'll be taken to Middlewich. Lovely, let's get going.
While the driver gets booked in, Jim runs a few tests on the powder he found on the lad and in the car.
We'll start off with a cocaine test. This is the one that was in his pocket originally. So we're going to open it now and see what we got inside. Okay, so what we've got here is a compressed powder. You can get some of the powder, you don't need much at all really. And we drop it into this buffer solution here. Now all we need to do is fill this window full of solution. And you can see the solution being soaked up into the paper, and there's one solid line coming up here now. That's called the control line. The substance we've taken off him is definitely cocaine.
The driver was later convicted of the production of cannabis, possession of cocaine and cannabis, and driving with no licence or insurance. He was banned from driving for a year and fined £250. He was also ordered to undertake 15 days of rehabilitation activity and 60 hours of community service.
We do get a bit of job satisfaction out of finding some drugs like that, and it proves my instinct's still correct, and but all in all it's a good job.
High-speed pursuits are part and parcel of being an interceptor, but they're not something our boys in blue take lightly. Pursuit-qualified drivers are tested every 2 years to make sure their skills are up to scratch. And even though catching the bad guys is important, safety is the #1 priority.
We're not there to put people in danger, or the road users in danger, pedestrians in danger. That's not what it's about. We're there to try and stop those people at that time from doing what they're doing. And if we can't do it safely and we can't do it effectively, then we won't do it, because generally they will come again. And that's just how it is. It's just a big game.
It's the early hours, and the Interceptors are after a Vauxhall Astra, which raced away from them after they tried to have a chat with its occupants.
Speed at the minute is 7070. National speed limits Advanced driver, trained.
The car had been parked in a notorious drug-taking spot, and the driver had dumped a bag out of the window before making off. Whatever he may or may not have done wrong, he's in no mood to stop for the cops.
Speed now is 60.
Thankfully, the rural roads are pretty clear, but the Astra is heading towards a built-up area.
Okay, Joe, we're heading.
Taking blind corners on the wrong side of the road there could be catastrophic. After a few near misses, the driver finally loses it.
Yeah, received. Leave uniform 45. Confirm again.
He loses it on the corner, clips the curb and spins out onto the verge, incredibly missing all of the trees on the roadside before getting back onto the tarmac.
I'll make Mansfield Road. Leave uniform 46. The vehicle's Mansfield Road now. Let speed now is 70.
Now doing 70 in a 40-mile-an-hour zone, the speeding motor narrowly misses a car coming in the other direction.
Speed currently is 60.
The driver's now heading into Macclesfield, and the risks are getting bigger. This pursuit needs to end soon. The Astra's approaching a roundabout at high speed. But which way will the runaway go next?
Vehicle is yeah,
and it wasn't the direction they expected, straight ahead into a wall. The front seat passenger has legged it, but the officers quickly move in to get the driver, who's able to walk from the wreckage. It's the last drive he'll be taking for quite a while. The driver was taken to hospital before going to the nick. He was then arrested for failing to stop, dangerous driving, driving with no licence or insurance, and possession of cannabis with intent to supply. The inquiries are ongoing. The front seat passenger was never found. It's the back end of Saturday night, and whilst the good folk of Cheshire can drift peacefully off to sleep, the Interceptors need to keep a sharp eye out for trouble. Tim Biffle and Richard Fothergill are tailing an Audi potentially connected to a car theft.
Not quite sure how it's being linked or how it's been involved, but possibility sighting with a stolen vehicle, so we'll give it a check.
Tim's an all-action hero who once pulled two men from a burning car, but nobody's perfect. He's also a Man United fan.
Let's go.
How many up on it?
I think it's just one, mate, as he went past us. Ready to go?
Yep.
They light up the Audi and the driver pulls over without fuss.
Hey bud, is your engine off? Alright, jump out here for us, have a quick chat with you.
So where are you off to now then?
Home.
Off home?
Took some girl out for a date then to the pictures.
You been for a date?
Yeah, pictures.
Pleasantries out of the way, it's down to business.
Vehicle sighted in connection with a stolen BMW. Okay,
What,
so
my registration plate?
your registration, yeah, with this vehicle, yeah.
Well,
so
I don't know where you got that from.
it could be something completely innocent, like you've been driving on the road, you've been near to possibly a stolen vehicle, and someone's just called in and reported it to us. Okay, which is one of the reasons why you've been stopped. Okay, so we'll get some details from you.
But as the driver's escorted to the Beamer, word comes through that the Audi's linked to a lot more than a stolen motor.
So there's reports of your vehicle also being sighted on other occasions around Chester, classed as being suspicious. So what's going to happen is, mate, we're going to be searching yourself and the vehicle under Section 23 of the Misuse of Drugs Act, okay, to make sure there's nothing on yourself in the vehicle.
With additional markers on the car, the boys have more than enough grounds for an in-depth search.
Just one question, mate, we need to know about anything in your pockets at the moment you shouldn't have, or anything in the car that shouldn't be in there?
Jake,
nothing, no, just give us a second, mate, I'll have a quick search in the car.
Mate. Don't empty your pockets yourself, no offence. Okay, lovely. Definitely nothing in your pockets.
1,000,000%, mate. Stuff in at all. There's a little bit of money and a bit of change.
A quick frisk by Richard reveals nothing untoward, and the driver seems totally relaxed.
How much money there, bud?
Yeah, it's about 100 quid.
Not a lot.
No, not much. I was on a date one night, so I had to take a little bit out. You know how it is.
Meanwhile, Tim's search turns up nothing more suspicious than a spare wheel.
Car's okay, mate. I'm quite happy, to be fair. Any cash on him or anything like that?
Not a massive amount, just about 100 quid.
There's a bag of sweets on the front step, so he could have gone to the bitches, to be fair.
He's been out with his bitches.
Has he?
Pictures.
A short film quiz should confirm that.
What have you been to watch?
What have I been to watch? Brotherhood.
What happened?
Spoiler alert, if you've not seen Brotherhood, cover your ears now.
Right, the back guy ended up doing in all the other guys, like, in the end, like, and his mum got chucked off the balcony. And...
Oh, you've ruined it. I was going to watch that.
That's a cracking review, that is.
This looks like a film fan with nothing to hide.
Happy. All sorted, pal, okay.
Nice one, man.
You've got some pound coins under your seat, just so you know, in case you're looking for a couple of
cheers,
pound coins.
Nice
all right, mate. Thanks for your time.
Right.
Obviously, drive safe.
Hold up. Tim's clocked something, and it's not popcorn.
Hang on there. Give us your hand a sec. Give us your hand.
No, it's just fag box.
What's that?
Give us your other hand.
What's that?
Hands out, mate.
I swear to you, I don't even know what that
Give us your
is.
other hand.
Hands out.
What? Mate, I swear to you, I don't even know what that is, mate.
I've just seen that hanging out of your pocket here.
I don't know what...
Right. That,
I don't
in my
know
opinion, is Class A drugs at
I
the
don't
moment.
know- I don't-
Listen to me. You're under arrest, okay, on suspicion of possession of controlled.
Seems he had a sneaky rap in his pocket.
It's obviously from a night out when we've been wearing jeans from ages ago. And I'm
No
not
worries, mate.
realised.
Unfortunately, it's still an offence to have, isn't
Yeah,
it?
sorry,
Okay.
I understand, yeah.
Okay, pal. Do us a favour. Come sit in the back of the car for us, please, Jay.
The driver passes the roadside drug wipe, but he's still been caught in possession.
Keep it legged out for me, mate, a bit further.
I could see the top end of the plastic wrapper sticking out of the little pocket in his jeans. Basically, it looks like the usual thing that's they used to store cocaine in.
I've been blooded one night and it's just been in the pocket, wrecked on, yeah, they've not realised.
I understand that, but obviously, I've got to deal with it, haven't I? Yes, you understand that?
I understand.
Believe it. After a thorough search of the driver's Audi by the dog unit and an even more thorough search of his person back at the nick, no further drugs were discovered. With no evidence to link him with car theft, he was later released with a caution for possession of Class A drugs. Coming up, the Interceptors deal with some gobby suspects.
I'm not answering shit, so what's wrong with you? Nothing. I haven't got to answer anything.
Well, no one said you did.
Not once, but twice.
If you don't tell me, I'm telling you. Don't speak to my wife, you piece of shit.
He just said I've done nothing.
With assaults on police officers on the increase,
Get your arms out! Get your arms out now!
the Interceptors have a variety of tools at their disposal
Get your hands behind your back.
to help keep them safe from potential attackers.
As standard, we all wear stab-proof vests. We carry casco bat and captor spray, which is some people might refer to it as like a pepper spray.
And if a suspect is kicking off, one quick blast of pepper spray is all that's needed to take him down.
We're not going to take it there. Stay back! Stay back! Stay back!
Stay back! Stay back! Stay back!
It's Thursday evening and Interceptor Mike Jeno Jennings is behind a car which is being driven in a suspicious manner.
This car in front gave me a little bit of a inkling when I went past it. It just parked up randomly, turned its lights off, saw us, lights went on and drove off again instantly.
Football lover Jeno is a big Liverpool fan, and tonight his strike rate has been more Andy Carroll than Ian Rush.
My guess is they're going to be Mr. and Mrs. Legitimate given my luck tonight. We'll risk it for a chocolate biscuit, eh?
Jeno rolls the dice and lights up the motor, and the driver hits the brakes and pulls slowly to a stop. As Jeno's on his own, he needs to be sure it's definitely staying put before he gets out.
I thought you were going to drive off then.
No, I was just pulling over a bit, mate.
Open your door, handbrake on. Car's rolling off. Any reason you were pulled up at the side of the road, just up there?
Using the phone, mate.
Oh, right, okay.
What have you pulled me for?
Because I can stop any vehicle driving on the road. No, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't. Under section 163 of the Road Traffic Act, I've got a power to stop any vehicle on the road to check the documents, which is what I'm doing now.
Right, great.
Yeah?
Alright, mate.
So that sounds good, doesn't it?
Yeah, mate.
I'm going to. Okay, jump out.
The lad's giving Jeno a bit of lip, But back-chatting the cops isn't a crime. Though Geno thinks this chap is guilty of something.
Taking any drugs? Your eyes look a bit spaced out. I think they do. You do? Do you take drugs at all? Really?
The driver's denying taking drugs, but Geno has a quick way of finding out if he's telling the truth.
I'm just going to do a quick drug test. Come and take a seat in my car while we go through that. Stick your tongue out. Open your mouth. Stick your tongue out. Stick your tongue out.
Lad, you can do it or what?
Well, if you stick your tongue out, yeah. This isn't... That's it. That's better. Okay, thank you.
The reluctant licker isn't happy with Geno's wiping technique. The lippy lad now has an 8-minute wait until the results come through.
How come you pulled up there to use the phone?
Well, bird rang me, mate. What do you want me to do? Use it while I'm on the road?
No, I'm not saying you've done anything. I asked you why you pulled over.
I'd have told you to use my phone.
Okay. So you used to get stressed out, is there?
Yeah, because you're mucking, man. What's the need for all this? I'm not answering shit, so what's up with you? Nothing. I haven't got to answer anything.
Well, no one said you did. You could have just said, I'm not answering. Instead of like, well, you did now. Yeah. What do you think this test will say?
For the first time, there's no comeback from Billy Backchat.
It's tested positive for cocaine.
Silence for the second time.
So at the moment, we're under arrest for drug driving. It was just a stop check, really. He'd stopped without his lights on, so it wasn't as if we disturbed him doing something. So we got a positive drugs wipe. So all in all, nice little stop check. Let's hope we find something in the car.
Geno's colleagues arrive to search the motor. There aren't any drugs, but they do unearth a cannabis grinder and an unusually shaped wrap of cling film. Meanwhile, the driver has found his tongue again and wants to make a phone call, which he's not allowed to do as he's under arrest.
I need to ring my dad.
You don't.
How don't I?
Because
he came from custody.
You don't need to ring him, do you?
What are you doing, mate? Pulling it across my neck. What across my neck?
Do you want these on the back again?
No, I'm just saying.
Oh.
The gobby lad isn't happy about being nicked and decides to vent his spleen at Geno's colleague, Al Robinson.
What do you mean, no? Why are you pulling on that, lad?
I'll handcuff you to the rear.
Why are you pulling on that?
I'll handcuff you to the rear.
Stop pulling that, lad.
I'll handcuff you to the rear. Don't you push your face at me. Do not push your face at me.
I haven't done anything, lad.
Right,
Mate.
stop kicking off. Go out the car. Go out the
I'm
car.
not doing
Get out the car.
All right, I can't.
We need to handcuff you.
I need to get out then. Let me get out. Out, my eyes and everything. Hey, mate, please.
Do not spit.
Mate, my eyes.
Get your hand down.
Mate, my eyes. Please, mate, my eyes. The eyes.
The pepper spray's kicked in on the suspect and on Geno.
You alright, Al?
Yeah.
Mate, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to try and do anything. I just wanted to make my dad.
Right. If you wipe it and make it worse, mate, trust me, I've got it all in my face too.
No.
It's alright?
Straight in the eyes.
Well, we're supposed to spray it in the eyes. It's not going to work on your nose, is it?
Please.
Now he's dropped the attitude and is finally playing ball, the Interceptors do their bit to help ease the lad's pain.
Turn around, get that wind in your face. He's been desperately trying to make a phone call whilst we've been readjusting the handcuffs for transportation. And we got one handcuff out and then he's tensed up, refused to move his arm, refused to be handcuffed. So I've made a move across the car to sort of push him out and had hold his hand where he's sort of lunged his head towards me. And Al's gassed him and me, which has been quite effective, if I'm honest. It's the most intense, burning sensation in your eyes. You know, and it's all over something so stupid. You can't make a phone call, he's under arrest.
The teary-eyed suspect is taken back to the nick to be given a bit more TLC. And the gobby behaviour, which got him into trouble in the first place, has been completely blown away, unlike the pepper spray.
That's how I'm talking about. Whoa.
There's only so much that you can get away with, and if you're gonna, you know, lunge towards me or a colleague or raise your fists, you know, not be compliant, then you will get reasonable force used against you, which is what he had.
The man later appeared in court and did plead guilty to resisting arrest. Unable to take a blood sample, no action was taken over the possible drug driving.
Do not push your face at me.
It's been a good night for Geno, despite getting a face full of pepper spray.
It shows the kit works, gives us faith in having the equipment, even though my face is really burning. just another day in paradise.
It's the wee small hours of the morning, but there's no sleeping on the job for Interceptor Jim Hunt. He's hard at work in the crime car, despite feeling a bit under the weather.
Bit of man flu tonight, but put that to one side really, and let's go and try and find something.
Jim's hunt for wrong-uns has taken him to the outskirts of Wilmslow, where he once again spots a car speeding into a housing estate. The car's a decent distance away from Jim, and he has to work hard to catch up. Once he has the motor in his sights, Jim lights it up. And it doesn't stop. But Jim's in luck as it heads into a cul-de-sac.
The vehicle, it's at speed. Going over the speed humps like they weren't there.
With the car parked up in a driveway, Jim wants to find out why the driver chose to take such a bumpy ride.
Right, fella. Where have you been tonight, mate?
Just at mate's house.
Been in mate's house, okay. You anything to drink at all tonight, mate?
Yeah, I had 2 pints.
Have you?
Yeah.
Okay. Right, let's come over here then, matey. Do you live here, do you?
Yeah.
Is your parents' house?
No, it's my house.
Your house, okay.
As the man's admitted to drinking, he's going to be breathalyzed. But first, Jim has to deal with a woman who's come out of one of the houses.
Okay, he's just doing a quick breath test, okay? Just bear with us. Don't worry about it, he's fine.
Given that it's nearly 4 in the morning, Jim suspects that the man has had more than just 2 pints. And there's only one way to find out.
Because you're driving a vehicle on the road and suspect you've had an alcoholic drink, I therefore require you to...
Yeah, but...
I therefore require you...
I know the rigmarole. I require you to take a breath.
Yeah.
Specimen.
Yeah.
But I had a drink in the last 2 minutes, like.
Yeah, no drink in the last 2 minutes?
Well, yeah, I finished my pint, like, literally just as I drove the car.
That's fine. We can wait then, can't we, mate?
Well, yeah.
20 minutes, actually, mate.
The driver said he's just had a drink, and the regulation is that you can't be breathalyzed for at least 20 minutes after imbibing alcohol. Jim suspects he's playing for time, but right now the woman is also causing a problem.
Hey! Shut that door now!
That's my husband.
Yeah, I know it's your husband, and he's in my car, okay? So if you open the door and he wanted to, he could hot-foot it out the window, couldn't he? If you go back inside, don't touch the door again. Yeah, don't touch the door again, please, love, okay?
The woman's backed off, but her other half isn't happy about it.
The only thing that pissed me off is he speaks to my wife like shit. Don't speak to my wife like a piece of shit.
I'm not, mate, but I've told her not to open the door.
I'm telling you. You don't tell me, I'm telling you. Don't speak to my wife like a piece of shit. Do you understand me?
Mate, when she opens the door to the police car, what do you expect me to say?
Listen. She doesn't know about all the law and that. Don't speak to my wife like a piece of shit. That's all I'm saying to you.
I'm not speaking to her like a piece of shit,
mate. You were speaking down to her. I wouldn't speak to her like that, so don't you speak to her like that. She's my wife.
Jim brings the heated conversation to a halt by bringing out his breathalyzer.
Right, so lean forward, form a complete cell end of the tube, and one long hard blow until it's ready to stop, mate, okay? Blow. Lovely. Right. Test has shown you've blown 83, mate. The legal limit's 35. You're under arrest and suspicion of driving a motor vehicle whilst over the prescribed limit of alcohol. He was quick for a reason around the estate. He was quick because he was drunk and he wanted to get away from us. He tried to play the old card, I've just had a drink, but I was prepared to play his game, wait the required amount of time, and he's blown 83. So it's a good little result, a drink driver off the road.
The driver's nearly 2.5 times over the limit. And back at the Nick seems determined to do everything he can to delay doing a second breath test, as well as giving Jim some verbals.
Not only are you a shit driver, you don't understand the word of the Queen. You couldn't run the length of yourself by the look of you.
You carry on, fella. You carry on, mate.
Well,
it makes you feel better.
I know that.
83.
Have you got any illnesses?
Yeah, I've got every illness going.
What have you got?
Whatever ailments he may have,
asthmatic, diabetic.
the gobby fella does have a talent for time wasting.
I've got all sorts. All manner of gear.
Though we'll have to keep talking for several more hours if he's going to get all the alcohol out of his system.
When was the last time you saw a doctor?
I'm not too sure. Got memory loss as well.
you take any medication for anything?
I take medication for my diabetes, I take medication for my paranoia, I take medication for my schizophrenia, I take medication for numerous things to take medication for, but I forget because I've got Alzheimer's too.
Have you got asthma?
Nah, that's one of the things that skipped. I've not got that now. Got everything but it.
Maybe Chatterbox does indeed have memory loss, as just a few seconds ago he said he did have asthma.
Have you got any illnesses?
Yeah, I've got every illness going.
What have you got?
Asthmatic.
Bad attitude combined with time wasting makes this chap a particularly tricky customer. And there's more to come.
Have you ever tried to harm yourself?
Yeah.
What have you done?
Tried hanging myself with a Lego kit.
Lego kit?
Yeah, I built a Lego tower and tried hanging myself off it. It was mint. Just in it. YouTube phenomenal.
When did you do that?
Look it up on YouTube, you'll see it. Mega. Yeah. Mega blocks.
Is there anything else you want to tell me about your health or your welfare whilst you're here?
I'm quite peckish. Got a bit of dry mouth.
And Motormouth has some questions of his own.
So what is my actually arrest charge? Suspected drink driving?
Suspicion to a charge.
Well, so why did he say drink driving?
Because it's given there's every suspicion of something.
Well, it's not a given, is it?
This is just...
It's not a given, is it? If it was a given, you wouldn't have to sit here and go through the rigmarole, would you? So it's not a given, is it? It's suspicion. No, you just crack on with your day-to-day.
Do you want to sign it or not?
Yeah, I'll sign it. You're boring. There you go, come on.
Finally, all the paperwork is done. No thanks to Matey Boy. He finally does a second breath test. More than an hour after he was first tested at the roadside, due to his delaying tactics. But thankfully the time wasting has all been in vain.
83-81.
It's the result Jim wanted, and finally he can bid farewell to his chatty companion.
His behaviour and his attitude really stinks, and it's even more satisfying really when they're like that and you get a quite high reading. It's a satisfying day at the office and it makes it all worthwhile. The realisation of what's going to come to him now will start to sink in.
The man later pleaded guilty to drink driving and was fined £525, including costs, and banned from driving for 20 months. Jim's shown the patience of a saint, and it's paid off for him.
You can quite easily get into a confrontation with that person and distract yourself from what you're there to do, and that is to get that breath sample to secure that conviction. You just got to bite your lip, let it all wash over you, and think of the end goal. And ultimately, that's been achieved today. We've got the result.
Still to come, a hunt for a suspected armed robber.
Chances are he could have seen us and disappeared already.
Takes the Interceptors up ladders.
Yeah, mate.
And round the houses.
It's a bit of a random place to have a kitchen knife. We'll have that.
It's a chilly morning in Cheshire, and Interceptors Tom Spowage and Tim Powell are hunting down a man wanted on a number of charges.
We've been tasked with looking for a wanted male. We've got some intelligence that he's sleeping in a row of houses in the Middlewich area. He's currently wanted for 2 armed robberies with a knife, a burglary dwelling and assault, and hopefully we can get hold of the lad before he commits any more offences.
14-year veteran Tim supports Port Vale, and despite that is still a big football fan. While his colleague Tom, nicknamed Sponge, is more of a cricket lover. And the info they've been given about where the man is hiding has them both stumped.
Intel suggests it's a house with a white door, but unfortunately,
most
of them have got white doors.
They've been joined by a colleague who often works undercover, so we can't reveal his identity. Now it's time to pick a white door. Tim checks the front, while Tom covers the rear of the house. It looks to be a tailor-made hideout, empty with a missing rear window. The man they're after is known to be violent and believed to be armed with a knife. Even with 2 colleagues outside, Tom's taking no chances and keeps his hand on his pepper spray. Tim's watching the front.
There's 5 houses, all 5 have got white doors.
And keeping control informed about what's going on.
Gained access, it's insecure at the rear, there's a window missing, so we're just searching that in a minute.
Tom has been joined by his colleague to give the house a proper once-over.
Nothing.
There's definitely no one in, but it looks like it's been used recently.
Chances are he's been sleeping in this property here, easy access. But chances are he could have seen us and disappeared already. But we'll keep looking.
This isn't the only place the suspect's been spotted. The team heads to another address he's been linked with. Tom's keen to catch the man today before the situation escalates.
He's obviously in need of money, so that's why he's committing these armed robberies at the local newsagents. At some point, he may go a bit further and start using the knife rather than just threatening with it. So he's somebody that we consider dangerous. You know, we've both got taser, and the other patrol's got a taser.
At the next place, it's the same drill. Except this time, Tom will try the front door.
Corner 1.
There aren't any open windows to get in through, and once again, the house appears empty. Though Tom's been in the game long enough to know that no response doesn't mean no one's home. And he has a cunning plan how to find out more.
We've knocked on, there's no answer, there's no curtain, so we're just trying to find a set of ladders so we can just have a quick look upstairs and see if there's anything there. Could have already gone, but if we get the ladders, we can have a look upstairs and we can satisfy our own curiosity there.
There's no evidence of residence, but Tom isn't giving up that easily.
Is he there, mate?
No.
Is there somebody there?
No, well, there's a wardrobe that's shut. Thought I might just knock on, see you might pop out. Cheers, bud. We've had a quick look upstairs. There's no bedding, there's no furniture. There's no signs of anybody staying there, or sleeping there overnight at least.
As with the first house, there's no joy at the second property. But they get a tip-off that the suspect has been spotted dumping a bag on some nearby wasteland.
Looks like it's a bag of this lad's clothing. The guy says he works here. This one of the lads has seen a lad who matches our description walk up here yesterday and drop this bag. This is clothing, isn't it?
His trackies.
There's his trackies.
Just right.
Cool. We'll have that.
They've also had intel that he's been kipping in a garden shed nearby.
Shed door's open. You know, it's got a load of stuff in there. And you can just see there, a nice little bed for him where he slept. So he's out and about. The information is that he's walking up and down the canals.
And that's not all they've found.
It's a bit of a random place to have a kitchen knife. We'll have that.
Now thinking the suspect's trying to get away on the nearby canals, Tim and Tom head in one direction while their colleague goes the opposite way.
A number of canals in Middlewich, so he could be using those as his ways of getting around.
And 20 minutes later, they get a call for assistance.
He's managed to get hold of him. He's had a bit of a foot chase with him. There he was on the Tadalco path.
The suspect is already in cuffs, and Tim and Tom head off to retrieve something from the towpath.
He tries to get away from us, so we have a bit of a tussle. And during that tussle, for some reason, he's tried to discard the balaclava that he's been wearing. Hopefully the lads will recover that.
So this balaclava, it's a nice bit of evidence, as we're hoping that this is going to link our man to these robberies in the Maxfield and Compton areas.
He would have carried on offending if we hadn't got hold of him today, so yeah, stopped a few more crimes and yeah, good result. Hopefully he'll go to prison.
The man was later charged with robbery, possession of a knife, blackmail, criminal damage, theft and assault. He's currently on remand awaiting trial.
Brand new next tonight here on Channel 5. The murder of April Jones, a heartbreaking story and its impact 5 years on. You could pop over to Spike to join Jamie Theakston for no-nonsense motorway policing, all new traffic cops under attack. But if you love NCIS Los Angeles, you better head for 5 USA, where Callum's caught in the middle of a thrilling season premiere.
Shut in the
Stop resisting!
She's under arrest.
This is Police Interceptors.
Future crime.
The bad egg, isn't he?
The criminal world is evolving fast, but the Interceptors are striking back
12 tents in this bit.
with mind-blowing tech.
In this special episode, we'll be getting a glimpse into the future of crime fighting.
With the teams from Cumbria
This under the dog, anybody out there? Come out now!
and Durham and Cleveland.
We'll also be heading out on patrol with Cheshire's Interceptors
Wow.
to see tech in action on the front line. With mashed motorists,
Turn off, mate.
unbelievable drug farms,
Yeah, this is a professional setup.
and gut-wrenching pursuits.
Move up, move up.
This is Police Interceptors Future Crime.
Just amazing.
Over the last few years, the UK police have focused on putting more technology into the hands of its officers. The reason? To help tackle some of the biggest challenges facing the force.
Whether it's identifying slippery suspects, tracking dangerous fugitives, or cutting down on paperwork.
Which is boring.
Yeah. Technology has the power to revolutionise policing.
Cheshire Police are one of the forces leading the way with this fresh wave of tech. Their brand new tablet is a key weapon in the fight against crime. With instant access to ANPR cameras and the police national computer, Interceptors can now track and ID crooks faster than ever before. To see it in action, I've come out on patrol with Cheshire Interceptor Ian Blanchard, a tactical pursuit advisor with over a decade of criminal hunting know-how. Approaching 6 p.m, a job comes in.
Go on, I'll follow you then.
Interceptor Keith Parsons has just called in with some disturbing intel.
So what's Keith picked up?
He's just got an ANPR hit, Ford Focus. It's a guy who's wanted for rape.
The car is connected to a man suspected of sexual assault, and it's just pinged up on an ANPR camera heading down the motorway. Police have been after the car for 2 days, and intel suggests it could be heading back up the motorway any time within the next 90 minutes.
So what we're going to do is we're going to wait for the vehicle to pass by us and then do a tactical stop, so a T-pack.
2 miles from the stakeout point, we can't afford to waste any time.
Just going to pull out straight.
Yeah.
But traffic's getting in our way.
Wow.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Right, that Focus with the male wanted for rape is coming this way.
Right, is he likely to be behind us or in
Possibly.
front of us?
Well, Keith's going ahead. We're
Yep.
going to sit up here just in case. So hopefully he could be behind us somewhere.
Parked up on the hard shoulder, the new tech comes into its own. ANPR cameras along the motorway and built into Blanchy's car pick up the reg numbers of every passing motor, streaming the data directly to his tablet.
So that should give us, as soon as it hits that,
Yeah.
it should automatically ping up on there within a second.
Scanning all 3 lanes.
Yeah, all 3 lanes.
So when the Focus goes past, the reg will show up on the tablet and we'll be after it.
What's that one there? There it is.
Uniform 74.
It's in lane 3.
The car has just sped past us down the outside lane, but Blanchy's steaming up behind.
Tango 6-4, that Focus is in lane 3, approaching 6.
Have you got it in time?
I have. I'm directly behind it. Got any other patrols at all, please, so we can try and put a preemptive on it?
What's the plan of action now then?
We're
Earlier
going to
we
try and
had
get
5
patrols.
cars.
Yeah, we're going to see how many we can get from Merseyside now to assist us with the stop, and we'll try and get a preemptive box on this now.
We're going for a T-pack.
Keith's a mile ahead on the hard shoulder, with more interceptors gathered further up along a slipway.
5-4, I'm just ahead at the turn-off.
Blanchy takes command.
Yeah, come out now, Keith. We're just approaching you. Passing you now.
Keith pulls out and latches onto our tail. Blanchy relays his plan to control.
Yeah, intention to a 3-car box if possible. I think we've possibly got 4 if we use the rear car for safety.
The other interceptors have now slipped in behind us, but Blanchy knows the plan could be foiled if the suspect makes a run for it. Up ahead, the focus looks to be considering a move.
I think he's coming off here.
No, he isn't.
He's slowing down. I think he might be thinking about it.
If this bloke was planning on doing a runner, he seems to have changed his mind. But Blanchy can't take any more chances. All the cars are ready, they must act now. A van ahead is blocking the right-hand lane.
Come on, transit, get out the road.
It clears. Yeah, there he is, yeah. Blanchy gives the signal.
Move up, move up.
Keith pulls in fast around the front. Another car blocks in the side, and we close up the rear. Keith is first to the driver. He doesn't want to risk the bloke making a run for it.
Turn it off, mate. Because you haven't got info that somebody wanted on board this car, so we're going to check your details, mate. If it's not you, you'll be good to go. Jump out.
We don't know for sure if the driver's our suspect, so Keith checks his identity matches the intel.
What's the lad's name who's wanted? Suspicion of rape.
The driver's ID checks out. He is the man we're after, but I'm still trying to take it all in. Watching that all take place was just amazing. Makes me wonder what was going through the suspect's mind as he was driving without a care in the world, and then, oh, this is strange. I've got 2 police cars on my tail. Okay, they're not flashing, they're not doing anything. Let me change lanes. Change lanes. Oh, these squad cars are changing lanes with me. Now there's another one. Now there's 3, there's 4. There he goes. All in all, it's been a textbook operation.
Good result. Stop. Nobody injured. Nothing damaged. And we got the one in custody that we wanted. So, good day.
The driver's also been given a drug wipe, and the results are in. So the suspect has tested positive for both cannabis and cocaine. So he's going to get taken to the nearest police station and processed there. He's going to have his bloods taken so that they can determine exactly how much cocaine and cannabis is in his system. The tests revealed that the driver had taken cannabis and cocaine. So, thanks to old tech in the shape of some heavy-duty police motors and new tech, that's Blanchy's tablet, the man is being investigated for drug driving and has been charged with 2 counts of sexual assault. He awaits his day in court.
Coming up on Police Interceptors Future Crime, a dodgy driver gives Don the runaround.
Right, Chase, it's on, Gibbs.
A drug device spills the beans on a doped-up motorist.
You're under arrest, mate, for possession of cannabis and drug driving.
And Otis goes on the run from tech and teeth.
All right. The most indispensable part of a copper's crime-fighting kit used to be, well, a little low-tech. But now our boys in blue are hitting the road with a handful of rather more sophisticated gadgets. I've come to Congleton Station in Cheshire to meet Interceptor Don Booth, a tactical advisor with 15 years on the force. When it comes to heroes, Don's all about Batman. And he's given me a rundown of his crime-fighting tech, starting with the new tablet. Right, Don, what have you got for me?
Right, firstly, this is a new one. This is our new tablet.
Yes. We used one of these tablets earlier to hook up to the ANPR cameras and catch our sexual assault suspect. They also connect to the police national computer.
We've got access to every force system, all instantly on the fingertips.
So you're basically walking around with the entire police database under your arm, courtesy of that.
Yeah.
Don's crime-fighting kit doesn't end with the tablet. All right, what else have you got?
Forward-looking infrared. This is a new piece of kit that we're taking out and about with us. One reason is for cannabis factories.
Heat signatures.
Yeah, massive heat signatures.
Yep. Okay.
The other benefit is if we have a pursuit, people make off, people hide from us.
Yep.
I can see Mr. Burglar hiding in the hedge.
Here we go. There he is. Look at that.
You found me.
I have.
I'm a hot.
You're very hot, Don.
Tell my wife.
Hey. The handheld thermal imaging camera is like a scaled-down version of the type choppers use to track missing persons. And then finally...
Got the fingerprint reader.
Right.
Okay, so I can have your right index finger.
Yep. Here we go. This tech scans a fingerprint, checks it against the police database for any matches, and can confirm a suspect's identity.
There we go, there's your fingerprints.
Oh, wow.
It's vibrated in my hand. It's green. I don't want green. I don't want that. So that's no match.
So green is good for me, right?
Good for you, not so good for me, because I like it when people lie to me.
Okay.
And this is a good way to catch them out.
Right.
And the other benefit is that most criminals know we have these. Did one the other week, and I got this out and he went, oh, I'll tell you who I actually am.
Right.
I'm not, you know, so we don't even go down the line of trying to lie to us.
So rather than just a fingerprint reader, it's also a portable lie detector. With this kit in the car, you've got an upgraded Interceptor, able to locate, track, and identify targets far quicker. Later that night, we get the perfect chance to test Don's special lie detector. Patrolling crew in the unmarked 3 Series, a car hammers it right past us. And Don's not about to let it go. Right, Chase, it's on, Gids. The motor's weaving around the streets. Yeah, they're trying to lose you. A flash of the blues, and the car pulls in. But is Don right to be suspicious?
Hi mate, you alright?
Hello mate, you alright?
Have you got any ID on you?
Not on me mate.
Is it your car?
I just borrowed it from a friend.
Oh,
What?
and you were sure to drive it?
No, I just...
No, I'm going to say you're not insured, are you?
No.
So the bloke says it's not his motor, but he's also not carrying ID. And there's a question mark as to whether he's insured. It's not looking good.
So who have you borrowed the car from? Is it your mate that you're staying with? What's his name?
His name is... I know his by nickname, I don't know his by real name.
So we're not even sure who the owner of the car is. Don's hoping the fingerprint machine can at least confirm this guy's ID.
Okay. That's just going to do a check, just to make sure that you've not come to our attention, that you're telling me the truth as to you are who you say you are, because some people lie to us.
And then comes the bombshell.
Well, I've changed my name a couple months ago.
All right, but you've not been arrested before, have you?
No, but when I changed my name before, yeah, I was.
Have you been arrested in the United Kingdom?
I've been, you know what happened? Before that,
yeah.
He doesn't ask me if I changed my name in it.
Well, it's not a normal question that I ask, is it?
I was, when I had my name, I was arrested, but for 1 day.
So the fella's saying he's changed his name, but what he really means is that he gave Don a false name to begin with. Bad idea when the lie detector's on hand.
You told me you were David and your date of birth was 97, and that's not the 20... Well, you've not changed your date of birth, have you?
You could.
Hey?
You can.
You can change your date of birth?
Yeah.
No, you can't.
With the bloke's real name and actual date of birth confirmed, control radio's in with the bad news.
And you're a disqualified driver until the 1st of May. So you're under arrest for disqualified driving. Tried to lie and it's not worked, so there you go, mate. But he's saying, I've never been arrested before. And then he starts telling me he has got a different name and I should have asked him for his other name.
Right.
Because
you'd know that the first
Because
time.
It's always a question I ask is, what's your name and what's your other name?
Yeah.
And then obviously I've done the fingerprint, it's come back and it's totally different. Totally different name, totally different date of birth.
Right.
Run that through, disqualified driver.
Following his run-in with Don and the fingerprint machine, this bloke was charged with driving whilst disqualified and without insurance. He's been banned from driving for 18 months and has been given 300 hours unpaid work. So once again, Don's fingerprint reader stroke lie detector comes into its own. Every year, an estimated 250,000 people go missing in the UK. Be it tracing vulnerable runaways or even tracking down fugitives, finding people is a key part of police work, and the clever use of tech can help. When the cops need an eye in the sky for missing people, they usually fire up the multi-million-pound, 150-mile-an-hour chopper. But up in Cumbria, police are turning to something a little smaller. Drones. I've come to Greystoke Park in rugged northeast Cumbria to meet Superintendent Matt Kennelly, lead cop on the county's drone initiative. What type of operations would you employ a drone for?
We primarily looked at them for missing persons, especially around the rural locations, but what we found is that we're using them for everything from capturing crime scenes to looking for fugitives that are maybe on the run from us.
Matt's drones have flown more than 100 missions over the past year, including helping to locate an escaped convict using its onboard tracking tech.
They've got a thermal camera on this one, so that'll give us a different view from the air, and we'll be able to pick up heat sources much better for finding people.
I'm going to test how effective these drones are at tracing missing persons by going on the run myself in the chilly Cumbria wilderness. I've got a 5-minute head start before Matt sends in the drones. If they manage to spot me, it's over to the dog team to sniff me out. Okay, so I've absolutely no idea where I'm going, so I really am a fugitive.
We've got a subject, Otis. We know he's light on his feet. We know he's capable of escaping evasion. And it's our job to find him.
If I keep running, try and put as much distance between myself and my pursuers. My concern is I won't actually be able to find anywhere to hide. This test mimics exactly how a real search mission works. Matt's drones scour an area from the air, one fitted with a high-definition camera, the other with a thermal imaging camera, designed to detect body heat. My best hope for evasion is to find cover, and soon. Oh look, there's a quarry down there. I think this will do for now. But back at base, one of Matt's drones spots a heat source.
I mean, it's a man-made structure, but we've got a little bit of a heat differential, so it's just, we're going to have a little look at it.
The dog team go in. It's a false alarm. They've not found me yet. Thermal imaging cameras can pick up heat differences in man-made objects, in this case a shed, but the drones are onto another hotspot in seconds.
So essentially what we're looking at is a heat source just around here. What I'm asking you to do is deploy with the dog. We'll guide you in and hopefully we'll be able to identify and rule in or out. We can't identify, we know we've got heat source in there, but whether it's our subject or not, we don't know at this point.
Two drones? Two drones?
Whistle to the dog, anybody out there? Come out now!
All right.
Ah, I've been rumbled. I tell you what, I thought it was going to take a lot longer to be found given the expanse of the area that they had potentially to search. I, for one, am glad it didn't take much longer. I need to get reacquainted with the feeling in my legs. More and more forces are turning to drone technology. With the ability to do everything from coordinating nighttime firearms exercises to tracking missing persons, the sky's the limit.
Police deal with around 150,000 drug offences in the UK every year.
with crimes like possession with intent to supply and trafficking, not to mention nearly 8,000 cases of drug driving. It's a huge problem.
But thanks to drug wipe tech, cops can test drivers' saliva for coke or cannabis right there on the road. A bit like a pregnancy test, a red line after 10 minutes means you're in trouble. 2 a.m, the outskirts of Stockport. I'm out on patrol with Cheshire Interceptor Mike Jennings. With 13 years on the force, this tenacious copper has an uncanny eye for trouble. Like someone shifting about in an unlit parked car.
What are you doing sat here, mate?
I just pulled over for a second to roll a cigarette.
To roll a cigarette?
Yeah.
Nothing else?
No, nothing else.
Nothing more untoward?
No.
Cannabis?
Having a word with him. The fella's just sat in there. Says he had a couple of drinks at a concert about hours ago.
He could just be chilling out to sober up. Mike's not buying it.
Defo?
No, definitely.
Bit of a weird place to park up this.
I know, yeah.
To roll a fag.
Yeah.
Makes my suspicions go massively through the roof.
And then it comes.
Alright, I can see there's traces of cannabis on the floor there. Or bits of what look like it is.
Or maybe it's just tobacco. Fellow Interceptor Al Robinson rolls up to help search the chap's car. But all we're finding so far is a bit of a mess.
Got no sense of pride in this vehicle, I tell him that.
Meanwhile, over in Al's car, Mike whips out the wipe.
Okay, this is a roadside drugs wipe. Have you done one of these before, mate? Lean forward and open your mouth as wide as you can.
Interceptors have only been carrying these drug wipes for a couple of years. One quick lick gives cops enough proof to get a drug driver off the road and down the nick.
This takes about 8 minutes to get a result from it.
The lads admitted to a couple of spliffs, but Mike's pushing for more.
So there's 2 spliffs. That's it. Nothing else.
Yeah.
Defo?
Still pushing.
Any advance on that?
Yeah, that's it. Just what's in the glove box.
Bingo! A bag of around 80 quid's worth of weed, complete with cannabis grinder.
I don't really have much of a sense of smell, but even I'm getting something out of here as well.
It's quite a lot. It's all in just in a couple of bags, but most people we stop have like one little snap bag or a couple of little snap bags, but there's quite a bit there.
Mike breaks the bad news.
You're under arrest, mate, for possession of cannabis.
And there's more, as the verdict comes in from the drugs wipe.
Quite a strong line on the top there for cannabis. See the red line?
Yeah.
Blood tests in custody came back positive for cannabis. The lab was given a 12-month ban, plus over 300 quid in fines for drug driving and possession. With over 50 people a year killed by drug drivers, the simple drug wipe is life-saving tech. Coming up on Police Interceptors Future Crime, cutting-edge cops smash an armed gang. A raid reveals an amazing $500,000 in weed. And Otis comes face to face with a shocking hit and run.
That's disgusting, that. To bag the bad guys, cops need to know who they're dealing with and what they've been up to. The Police National Computer, or PNC, makes that possible. It's a system of highly sensitive databases holding millions of personal records, vehicle records, and transactions. Being able to tap into that data instantly from anywhere can make all the difference. It's Saturday night. And as Cheshire's weekend revellers hit the bars, I'm out on the road with Interceptor Keith Parsons. A former club DJ who swapped disc scratching for crook catching over a decade ago. It's been fairly quiet so far, until news comes in of a crash near Warrington Centre.
Church Street, Warrington. Now a report of entrapment. I think one of the drivers has run off. We've got a lot of patrols looking in the area.
What have we got, Keith?
It's a collision, 2 cars, I think. Someone's trapped. There's a kid in the car and the driver's legged it.
Eyewitnesses report one of the drivers, a male dressed in black, is making a run for it. Also heading to the crash is fellow Interceptor and dedicated dad Ian Blanchard.
It's bad enough involving adults, but when it's kids involved, yeah, being a parent, it's your worst nightmare, really.
I scan the roads for a fleeing driver, but arriving at the scene, he's long gone. It's just the mess he's left behind.
Single occupant from the BM, and then it's female and little and in the Yaris. Male and little in the Yaris, right.
As paramedics deal with the injured pair from the other car, details emerge about what may have caused the crash. So, the driver of the BMW that you can see here is suspected of being drunk while driving. He has done a runner, so police will be trying to get a full description of the driver of the car to try and find him. There was initially a child trapped in the Yaris, but that child has since been released from the car. So good news in that respect, and so far no serious injuries that we're hearing about. The people in the other car may be okay, but the Beamer driver is now a wanted man. As a police dog tries to pick up his scent, Blanchy turns to some crook tracking tech to find out who owns the BMW. Using the brand new tablet to enter the car's reg into the police national computer, he soon reveals some disturbing details that may relate to our man.
Bit of a bad egg, isn't he? Struck a man on the face during a robbery.
It looks like the car's owner might have some previous with the police, meaning the PNC will also have a record of places he's been staying. So it's a local address, is it? It's not from another county?
He's got links, well, yeah, he's got links to an address which is just up the way, which is kind of the way he's legged it as well. But he does have his last known address on PNC is Liverpool.
The insurance of the car's local to the where we're looking for.
Yeah.
So he's going to be laying low somewhere.
To me, the fact that anyone could run away from this is just shocking. I'd like to think if you own the car and you hit another car, drunk or not, you'd hang around, wouldn't you? Especially to see how much damage you've done. You know, what if he had done serious damage to the owner of the car or the child in the back, and you've run off? That's disgusting, that. Arming interceptors with incredible tech like the tablet means criminals can't hide for long. And sure enough, our hit-and-run driver turned himself in the very next day. He's being investigated for dangerous driving and leaving the scene of an accident. This investigation is ongoing. But it's not yet time to pack away the tech, because within minutes of us leaving the scene of the crash, we see yet another case of shocking driving. A car bombs it across the junction right in front of us. Keith gives the motor a flashing blue tap on the shoulder, and soon catches that familiar whiff.
How much have you had to drink?
Just a little bit.
A little bit?
Yeah.
I can smell it. Are you going to be getting locked up, do you reckon?
Sorry?
Are you going to be getting locked up? How many have you had?
A little bit.
I can smell it from here.
How long, when was your last drink?
When?
Yeah.
20 minutes ago.
20 minutes, oh, perfect. Sit tight a second.
Even I can see. Car's
Put your
rolling.
handbrake on. Put your handbrake on. Handbrake on.
Yeah.
It's fair to say this bloke's not at his best, so it's time for a little trusted tech.
Do your lips, blow. Keep going.
No ID on him. He's been out drinking. He's getting all the tech thrown at him, to be fair.
Stanislav, you failed the breath test, mate. You're under arrest for drink driving.
He's blown over twice the legal limit on the roadside breathalyzer, and he's still struggling to come up with any ID.
Do you have a licence?
Unfortunately, my wallet is my home.
You should have stayed at home with your wallet, really, shouldn't you? Rather than get behind the wheel of a car.
I know. I have a driver license like 15 years.
So, just a minute, sorry. Do you want
And
to
for
tell
the
them
first time,
So now you can contact custody.
I wanted to go get a drink with the car. I mean.
Oh, the first time you've been caught?
Sorry?
First time you've been caught, you mean?
With the lad holding no ID, Blanchy uses his tablet to check his name against the PNC database and see if there's any history the cops should know about.
Let's have a look.
There's no record of any previous on the new tablet, but with the van arriving to take the lad to custody, his fate now rests in the hands of some old familiar tech.
Step up there, mate, just be careful.
The big evidential breathalyzing machine at the Nick, which will give the final verdict on how much booze is in his system.
Funny thing is, he's saying to us in there, 15 years I've been driving, I keep telling my friends, don't drink and drive, don't drink and drive. You know, what does he do? Get in his car for a 10-minute walk.
And that one mistake could cost this fella big. The evidential breathalyzer at the Nick confirmed him to be well over the limit. He's since failed to appear at court and is now wanted by the police. But with the Cheshire Interceptors wielding this kind of tech, he won't be wanted for long.
Thousands of people across the UK are currently wanted by the police. To find them, cops don't just rely on amazing tech, but also special teams of human computers, known as super recognisers. Their rare gift for memorising faces came to the fore during the 2011 London riots, where super recognisers in the Met identified a third of the offenders just from CCTV footage. We've come to Greenwich University to meet Doctor of Psychology Josh Davis.
How you doing?
Yeah, very well.
Hello, Josh. How are you? All right?
Who tests police recruits for this incredible gift, possessed by less than 2% of the population. We're going to find out if we've got what it takes to be super recognisers.
We're working together on this one.
Yeah, sort of, but you're still in competition.
Good. Just don't want to get dragged down, you know?
In this test, we've got 14 pretend suspects on our desk. We have to correctly identify any that appear on our mock CCTV footage. A point for each one ID'd, a point taken off for a mistake.
Okay, let's do this thing.
Ah, yeah, this lady, there.
How already?
Yes.
Yeah, well done, well done.
What?
This lady
Yeah,
is right here.
but you got that from so far away, you can't see her face.
Yeah, but I'm a super recogniser.
Oh, all right.
That's 1 point to Edwards.
Stop, that woman just gone past, this lady here. Come on, have it. There, she's younger in this footage.
No, I'm afraid it's not the right person.
And 1 minus point to Dealey.
Wow. Yes! That's what I said!
Yeah.
That's what I said!
Right.
Yeah,
Yes,
well done,
yes.
yeah.
I did get it first.
Yeah, but you also had a fail.
Dealey's clawed his point back. He's now on 0.
How's she come through twice?
That's definitely her.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is actually.
Oh, result for me.
No, this is definitely.
The ability Josh is looking for is innate, hardwired into the brain from birth, rather than learned. It even helps super recognisers spot people who are disguised far better than any software.
Yeah, that's right. That's definitely one. Yeah, well done.
So, test over. Are we super recognisers?
You were supposed to make 4 identifications, but between you made 3.
Okay.
Yeah. Rick, you identified 2.5 because you were a little bit late with your second.
Yeah.
Otis, you recognise 1. Otis, you are definitely not a super recogniser. Rick,
I probably am. You could say it. You could say it.
You may be, but we always ask the police to take a series of different tests to confirm that ability.
OK, so neither of us are exactly the human computers that super recognisers are. But at least I'm better than Otis.
Do you think you might have face blindness?
There are around 2,500 miles of motorway in the UK. For organised crime groups and opportunist thieves alike, that represents a network of high-speed escape routes. But watching their every move are places like this, the North West Motorway Police Group. Using a network of around 300 CCTV cameras to monitor over 400 miles of motorway, they're helping cops catch up with the crooks. In Staffordshire, a van load of armed robbers speeds down the highway after knocking off a jeweller's in Cheshire. The van was identified by the motorway police group as it sped down the highway. And that intel relayed to the Central Motorway Police to pick up the pursuit through Staffordshire. But now, at 70 miles an hour, the van's dodging every attempt to get it stopped. And then this happens. Approaching a roundabout, this bloke comes flying out. It's not clear if he fell or jumped, but the pursuit becomes too dangerous and is called off. The 4 men in the van were later found and sentenced to a combined total of 30 years for armed robbery. Thanks partly to intel provided by the motorway group. Inspector Neil Anson is one of the lead officers from the team. I'm seeing some massive screens here, Neil, but what exactly are we looking at?
Yeah, these are the CCTV cameras that we can use to monitor the northwest region. We can pick up on all kinds of things from this. We had 52,500 incidents referred to us here for the Northwest Motorway Police Group.
52,500 incidents in just 1 year is an incredible figure, but when it comes to fighting crime on the motorways, the stats are even more impressive.
Based on the 2015 figures, we recovered just short of £1 million worth of property and just short of £10 million worth of drugs. That's drugs worth £10 million on the streets.
Wow.
Something takes place and it's pretty much a one call to us. We get it in our system and then we're looking for that vehicle.
This system means the Interceptors can get behind the bad guys before they even know it.
Still to come on Police Interceptors' future crime. A brand new device gives Otis an incredible look at one of Cheshire's biggest weed busts.
12 tents in this bit, 2 tents in 14 tents.
We've seen gadgets get drugged up drivers off our roads. But cutting-edge tech can also help the cops get to the source of the drugs and shut it down. 5 p.m, Warrington. Interceptors have just uncovered a massive cannabis farm hidden in the top floor of a warehouse.
Right, we're just coming near to the site that we found this cannabis farm today. As you can see, it's quite
I've been given exclusive access to the place with John Gardner. With 22 years on the force, the petrol-headed copper has seen his fair share of grow farms. But this is something else.
Now what we're looking at is we're looking at an industrial unit, okay, which is obviously corrugated.
Yep.
So we have issues with that, and certainly with the roof as well, because the corrugated metal actually reflects the heat back into the building.
A lot of that heat John's talking about is generated by special lamps, used in cannabis farms to keep the plants warm and help them grow. But these secret places are revealed by an incredible piece of kit, the world's first thermal imaging integrated smartphone. Using this, so what you were talking about with the temperature being reflected back into the building, you can see that there because that's blue.
That's blue.
The heat coming out of the building with the open door, you can see it's a good few degrees warmer. The Cheshire cops are evaluating this awesome device for use in the field, but its ability to spot a drug farm is clear.
So using this equipment, we can tell, like just coming up to a house and looking at a house, how much heat is coming out through the roof.
And if that heat is not normal,
it's not normal, we'll do all sorts of checks on it and check on the houses and things like that. We'll look at our intel and see where that comes from.
Is there any chance we could have a look at the farm itself?
Yes, if you just follow me, we'll come into the way that we've gone.
Heading upstairs, I'm faced with an amazing setup, which police believe contains as much as £400,000 worth of weed. Yeah, this is a professional
As you can tell,
setup. Right.
These are hydroponic tents.
They've even managed to sneak this one past electricity companies with some illegal tampering.
So what they've done is they've gone from where it first comes into the building. They've then connected straight into the breakers, bypassing everything else, and straight up into the building. which is feeding all this.
So there's no way of measuring.
There's no way of measuring how much electricity because they've bypassed the whole system.
Right. John tells me that after 2 decades of police work, it's the most impressive grow farm he's ever seen.
So we're talking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 tents in this bit, 2 tents in, 14 tents. And as I say, this equipment's not cheap. Just one alone is a lot of money. So somebody's investing a lot of money into this.
Yeah, and someone's lost a lot of money with you guys coming across them as well and shutting them down. So despite all the fantastic tech that you have at your fingertips,
yes,
am I right in that it was a nose that detected the smell here?
It's what we call a Bobby's nose.
Yeah.
Somebody's gone past, what's that smell? And we've investigated it. You can't beat the human senses.
So far, 1 suspect has been arrested in connection with this enormous cannabis farm, and investigations are ongoing to trace others. But one thing's for certain, if the Interceptors have cutting-edge cameras like this in their arsenal, drug factories won't stand a chance. Up in County Durham, police are looking for novel ways to educate Joe Public about the dangers of drug driving. Interceptor Damo Stevens has invited me to road test a technology-infused suit, which incredibly makes you feel just like you've been taking drugs. I'm going to be getting behind the wheel wearing it. Okay. Leg and wrist weights slow reaction time and affect balance. Knee and elbow bandages restrict movement. A tremor generator makes one hand shake. A neck brace restricts head movement. Sight impairment specs produce tunnel vision. And finally, headphones play a low drone noise, adding to the confusion and distraction. This tech-heavy suit mimics some of the effects of taking drugs like cannabis, cocaine, LSD and heroin.
Yeah, seatbelt.
Yep. Yep, safety is important, isn't it? And that's why I'm testing the suit in controlled conditions on a private road. Oh, that's already taking longer than it should. I'm back at driving school. Oh, blimey. Right, so I don't know which eye to trust for the roundabout. If this is what it's like to drug drive, it's clear just how dangerous it is. There is such a lack of trust in what I'm seeing. Because I'm focusing so much on just moving the car and going forward, I know I'm not using my mirrors.
So the mechanics of driving still have, but the perception of
the
world around you
is all over the place. And it's funny because 1 minute there's a bit of confidence in a movement. It's like, yeah, I've got this. And then something creeps into my periphery and it makes me think, oh, no, wait a minute, slow down. This isn't quite right. See, I've no idea how close to the curb I am.
So, Otis, take the kit off. Tell me what you think.
That was not a nice experience at all. I felt as though in my sober state I could compensate for the weight on the leg and the vibrating hand. But what I couldn't trust at all was my vision. I felt as though the straight road ahead would actually look more like an X.
Right.
And every now and again the curb would creep up in the periphery and make me, second guess what I was seeing.
And other members of the public, other cars, cyclists, pedestrians, traffic lights, junctions.
Yeah, it's a good bit of kit, this.
Good.
Yeah. Sadly, drug driving is on the increase, but by using technology like this suit to ram home the risks, the roads of the future could be a lot safer.
Embracing new technologies and making smarter use of existing tech is helping the cops prevent crimes more effectively and crack them quicker.
And in a fast-changing world, it's never been more critical to be at the cutting edge of fighting crime.
And the Interceptors are back next Monday night at 8. All Action Mondays continues tonight, and the staff of Paddington Station 24/7 had better be on their toes because the Queen's on the concourse. Or pop over to Spike where new criminals caught on camera pull no punches with police officers. Meanwhile, there's fantastic drama on 5 USA. Unmissable new season NCIS Los Angeles.
He stood at the gate with a kitchen knife saying he's going to stab police.
Crime is on the rise.
Armed with an axe and a machete.
Trying to break into 2 separate houses.
But cometh the hour.
More units, more units.
Cometh the Interceptors.
Get on the floor! Out and running, out and running.
We're riding with West Yorkshire's elite. Alongside their pursuit drivers.
Contact, sandbag.
On target with their firearms unit.
Give your horse free to sailors!
In the air with their eye in the sky.
Off and running, off and running.
This is the front line in the fight against crime.
Get on the ground, get on the ground!
This is Police Interceptors.
I cannot believe we get paid to do this.
Yeah. Coming up.
He's about to come past you in 3, 2, 1.
When burglars in 3 stolen cars
Yeah, we've had contact from a member of the public.
wreak havoc across West Yorkshire.
Yeah, Mark unit, stop. I mean, your left-hand side is going to get out there.
The Interceptors mobilise.
We've got another one.
With devastating results.
Ambulance now, please. Talk to me, what's hurting?
It's the witching hour in Bradford.
We're trying to get over to Batley. Lads from the eastern side have had a pursuit with a vehicle they believe has been involved in a burglary.
A gang in Balaclavas has broken into a house, swiped car keys and fled in 3 stolen cars, a BMW and 2 Mercedes.
Yeah, this Mercedes has just been sighted Wellington Street on CCTV, please.
Multiple units are racing to intercept, including Ben and Warren.
It's been stopped by a member of the public saying the vehicle's gone straight on towards Hetland White Town Centre.
So it's coming towards us now.
King of the bowling alley, Ben once scored the perfect 300. He aims to strike down the burglars with similar efficiency.
M passes up.
And a little help from above.
Yes, it's a right onto Bradford Road towards Lowmore.
The National Police Air Service is tracking one of the nicked Mercs.
It's on one of these stolen vehicles, Mercedes AMG in white.
So we're looking for a white Merc.
Yeah. There's an unmarked car in front, and the Merc is approaching this junction.
About to come past you, 3, 2, 1, he's just coming past you now.
Just past me.
The unmarked car spins round first. Come on.
Yeah, so right onto Whitehall Road.
Ben and Warren are second place in a cop car convoy.
All right,
A mile ahead, units have prepped a stinger device to puncture his tyres.
Yeah, it's passing through the junction, heading in the direction to a lit up unit at the moment. It's coming towards you now.
Stinger deployed.
The Stinger's right across the carriageway, but the Merc swerves to the wrong side of the road and dodges its spikes.
What's that?
No, it's yours, Stinger side. What are you braking for?
It goes motorway with Scuppered.
And he's taking a left, he's onto the 606.
606.
Are you ready with Stinger?
A second Stinger is primed.
No, it's coming off.
It's coming off, so it's going to go off Ruley.
But the Merc's changed direction.
Units, come off the 606, stand by for direction. And it's a left onto New Cross Street.
New Cross Street, down.
Parkside Road.
Parkside Road, love it.
50 coming down Parkway. Oh, it's brilliant.
The runaway's heading for quieter roads.
He's going to decamp, he's got to do, hasn't he?
And straight for 2 marked cars.
Yeah, 2 marked units coming towards you now, stand by.
But the Merc sails through a junction and bang! It's hit by a passing car.
Yeah, we've had contact from a member of the public, stand by.
The driver ploughs on regardless.
It's a left onto Manchester Road.
He's already hit 1 car.
Yeah, it's wrong side.
And just missed an oncoming cop by inches.
Those 2 on camera, ignore the hills.
It's a left onto Bar Street.
Delamere Street.
Ben and Warren are closing in.
She's going to be looking for somewhere to go out, innit?
But the driver's on his toes.
Yeah, marked unit, stop. On your left-hand side, he's going to get out there. Yeah, we've got him out and running. They're currently on Mars Street. Still got him on camera. He's in the rear garden of Thornton Lane.
Thornton Lane?
They're tantalisingly close.
Is this Thornton Lane?
Thornton Lane now, he's garden hopping. We've got him on camera.
Don't there, please.
If the driver reckons to lose them in the dark, he's reckoned without the eye in the sky.
Yes, he's hiding in the rear garden of Thornton Lane.
Lit up like a video game, he vaults a fence and vanishes down an alley.
Is he near somewhere?
Just yards from Ben and Warren.
Yeah, he's coming out towards you at the front. He's just in between the alleyway. You've got him there right in front of you.
Other units are out of their cars, and as Warren pulls up, they strike.
Yeah, from impossibly one, you've got the driver there. We've got one detained.
Warren and Ben rush to assist.
Don't think there are any outstanding, but just stand by.
Someone can just confirm we've secured this vehicle as well.
Stinks, doesn't it?
But as Ben makes to secure the first stolen Merc...
We've got another one.
The 2 other stolen cars have been spotted. And one's got Ben and Warren's name on it.
Tom, yeah. Going towards Tom.
We've got 1 stolen car, 1 driver from said stolen car. That stolen car was running in convoy with another stolen car, which is another Merc AMG.
With the first Merc secure, the chopper's going after the second.
Lead us to the helicopter, please.
Ben and Warren are going after the gang's 3rd stolen car.
So now we're looking for a BMW.
BMW 330 in black.
330 in black, so same car as this in black.
The burglars may have the same wheels, but they don't have Warren. He's trained to navigate empty roads like these at well over a ton. And with Ben monitoring comms, they're closing in fast on the stolen car.
Just going back to Burton.
Yeah, he's coming towards us. He's coming up to the top of here. Get these clowns out of my way.
Headlights. Approaching at speed.
He's coming down.
This is it.
There he goes.
He's going straight through. It's crash. Ambulance now, please.
Yeah, we've had contact.
Interceptors are after a gang of burglars who escaped in 3 stolen cars.
Yeah, marked unit, stop. On your left-hand side, he's going to get out there.
They've already nicked 1 driver who tried his luck on foot.
Yeah, they're coming out towards you at the front. He's just in between the alleyway. You've got him there right in front of you.
We've got another one.
Now they're after 2 more cars. A stolen Mercedes being tracked by the chopper.
Lead this to the helicopter, please.
And a stolen BMW that's approaching Ben and Warren like a bat out of hell.
It's coming down.
This is it.
50, it's going
crashed.
It's crashed.
Ambulance,
Ambulance.
ambulance.
Ambulance now, please.
They've wiped out at 90 miles an hour.
Attention, please.
But miraculously, driver and passenger have made a run for it.
They're out and running into field.
Stay where you are!
Bottom of Drub Lane.
Stay where you are! Stay where you are now!
Ben's already caught the driver.
Drop it! Drop to the floor. Put your arms out now! Put your arms out now! Put your arms where I can see them!
Who looks injured.
Roll over. One got, one detained.
The passenger is still at large.
Where's he gone? Where is he?
He went that way, down the road, down the road.
Drub Lane, one still on foot, please. Drub Lane, one on foot.
The injured driver is still in a balaclava.
You all right, lad? Where's it hurt? Where's it hurt? Just relax. Don't move. Don't move. Just relax. Take your help. I'm going to take that off. What's hurting? Talk to me. Talk to me. Where's the pain, fella?
An ambulance is en route. And that's not the only emergency service required.
Car's on fire.
Fire, I contacted an ambulance or also contacted. You can give me an update on injuries at your earliest, please.
Where's it hurting, fella? I'm not interested in anything else. I just want to make sure you're all right. Where's your pain?
My arms.
Your arms? This arm?
While Ben tends to the wounded,
One down there on foot.
firearms officers hunt the passenger. After surviving a smash like this,
Look at it all. Look at Wall.
he's in no fit state to escape. And he's nicked.
You got anything on you?
The suspect is uninjured and, bizarrely, barefooted.
Where's your shoes, buddy? You lost them. Not the best night to be wearing that on your feet, is it?
He's lucky he didn't lose a lot more than shoes.
They could have killed themselves. They could have killed any member of the public. They could have killed us if they did it at that speed. But they just don't care, do they? Just idiots.
Ben's taking no chances with the driver, even if he is injured.
Cuff up there. Oh, my arms hurt. I can't see any top trauma, boys. You feel anything on your legs? Just roll him over. No, there's nothing.
It's up to the medically trained cops to keep him stable until the ambulance arrives.
We're just going to give him some oxygen.
You all right?
I'm just going to give you some oxygen. What's your name, buddy?
Talk to us.
There's no pool of blood and he's moving his legs. He's moving his legs in like head injury. He's going to put a collar on you, buddy.
Oh, where's the ambulance, please?
It's coming, mate. It's on its way.
It's on its way, mate. All right.
Well, I blaze now.
It's just a matter of time before the Beamer's petrol tank blows. Thankfully, the fire service has arrived to tackle the blaze. But there's still no sign of the ambulance.
It's on its way, mate. All right.
On his way from where?
Your guess is as good as ours right now.
While Ben and co struggle to make the driver comfortable,
Don't worry, buddy.
My heart.
Your heart?
My heart. Yeah.
Is it your chest?
It's in my chest. Just...
Warren assesses the burnt-out car, which boasts more plates than Halford's.
We'll chase them on one set of plates. Yeah. They'll get out of the way, change plates.
He also reviews the crash site.
Look at groove it's taken out of the road. This is where near side of car's gone. The near side of vehicle there. And then a puncture's been caused, which has caused the groove in here. Where it's dug into the road from alloy. And it's continued straight on. It's hit the fence, hit the wall, hit the trees. Lucky boys, very lucky boys.
Mercifully, the ambulance has arrived.
1, 2, 3, lift. Up it.
Cheers, boys. Thank you. It's mental, isn't it? It's mental. It just beggars belief. It beggars belief looking at that car.
The cremated car is just one of 3 stolen by the gang.
and then they put false plates on that, and then they've gone for these other 2 Mercedes and they've been nicked.
The driver of one Mercedes was caught earlier tonight.
He's just in between the alleyway. You've got him there right in front of you.
I've been told we've got the third one as well now. Yeah.
And word on the radio is that 2 men have now been nicked fleeing the second stolen Merc.
Again, it's been abandoned, but unfortunately for them, bird's been up and Dogman's been there, so Dogman's been guided in by helicopter, and them 2 have both been detained.
Nice tidy little package. Everybody pulls together. All 3 emergency services pulled together for one job. Yeah, we're happy with that.
Right, I've heard back from hospital. He's got lung contusions, but no serious injury. It's not life-threatening or life-changing, so I've had a wait for recovery at the car.
He's lucky then, isn't he?
Very lucky.
I would imagine the pains in his chest that he's feeling will be from the airbag deploying as he's gone forward. Got a pink coloured bag there, which is the driver's airbag. This airbag here has been deployed from the roof. That's probably what saved his life, to be fair.
Saving life on them, that's what we're here for. We're an emergency service, we're here to help people first, and that was our main concern tonight.
The gang that stole nearly 90 grand's worth of cars in one night was comprehensively taken down by the Interceptors. The Merc driver, who was hit by an oncoming car and got nicked in an alleyway, was convicted of burglary, 2 counts of theft of a motor vehicle, dangerous driving, having no insurance and no licence. He was sent to prison for 3 years and 10 months. The passenger in the crashed BMW was arrested for multiple counts of burglary and is still under investigation. The men arrested fleeing from the third car are also under investigation. And as for the masked driver in the 90-mile-an-hour smash, he made a full recovery and subsequently pleaded guilty to burglary, handling stolen goods, dangerous driving and 3 counts of theft. The judge sent him down for 4 years. Time to reflect on how lucky he is to be alive.
That's ridiculous how they've got out of there. It's a miracle. It's a miracle. And you would hope that that's a wake-up call for them. It won't be, but you hope it would be.
I thought he was going for it, innit?
Whenever they stop a car,
Hi pal, how's it going?
or attend an incident,
Please move back onto the pavement. Give us some space to work.
Interceptors are under scrutiny.
Yeah, it's absolute bedlam up here. There's got to be 200 people in the street.
They do their job in the public eye,
Rammed your car, officer!
and the public doesn't always appreciate it.
They've kindly decided to go spend a few quid in shop and share their eggs with us.
It's never easy. And there's a lot going on whilst you're dealing with somebody in the back of the car. You've got to look out and see who's about outside the car. I think, personally, all police officers should be double crewed.
Double crewed tonight, Pearson and Barraclough, aka the Bens.
Yeah, it's just past us now. Don't indicate, don't indicate.
Who are tailing a car that's flagged as uninsured.
Oh, it's getting kids in it.
And uninsured cars are no place for kids. Benny Boy heads straight for the suspect car to say,
Hello. Just sit down for a second, pal. Come sit in our car. Take your seatbelt off. Handbrake up.
But the driver, who's Slovakian, is reluctant to join the Bens in the Beamer.
Come with me. Come with me. Speak English, all right? Have you got anything on you shouldn't have?
No.
What's your name? What's your real name then? What's your real name?
Seems agitated.
Why did you stop me? I didn't. Right, listen. Hello. Chill.
But once he does chill, the question's hot up.
How's the car insured?
I just paid the insurance. If you don't believe me, you can come with us.
No, listen.
You need to calm
You
down.
need to calm down because you're straight on defensive all the time. Your car is shown not insured. Okay. You're telling me that your car is insured.
Yes,
Listen, let us do the investigation. You're straight on back. Just chill. All right.
Right. How's the car insured and through which company?
Is I don't know the company name, yeah, because my brother did the insurance. He just.
Have you got any proof of the insurance on an email?
I have this on the email, yeah, because he just now.
On your phone?
Yes, my mum got it.
Apparently his brother took out the policy and his mum has the proof. Ben wants to confirm the story with the brother, who's a passenger in the car.
Hiya, mate. Sorry, I've stood at standing. He says you sorted the insurance out today.
Yeah.
Have you got the email on your phone?
The email, I got it home.
Why is it not on your phone?
I done it to my mum phone.
Okay.
Their stories tally. The brother arranged the insurance and their mum has the certificate.
Right, get her to send me a picture of the insurance documents. We can get it sorted then, all right?
Things are getting complicated.
Yeah. He's actually, what's it, is it a ghost licence he's got?
And they're about to get more so.
Right, because he said he's driving on Slovakian licence. Right, leave it with us.
The driver doesn't have a valid licence. And
there's a warrant out for your arrest. Do you understand that? Yeah. Did you know that?
So what's gonna happen?
You'll get arrested. You'll go down to court tomorrow morning.
Oh my days! Why then?
Because there's a warrant out for your arrest.
What for? What for? Why?
It seems he failed to attend court on a previous charge, a mistake he won't be allowed to make twice.
So I'm gonna have this tomorrow.
So tomorrow you'll go to court.
Because he's under arrest.
Why?
Because there's a warrant for his arrest.
The occupants of the car are unimpressed with this development.
He's still coming with us, isn't he? Excuse me, don't spit on the floor. Well, what do you mean, why? Well, does it look, is it clean? It's not really, it's dirty, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, so I don't want to see that. Other members of the public don't want to see that.
Did you know how
And if for some reason I fall over, I don't want to land in your spit, do I? It's dirty. It is, innit? So don't do it.
The gobby passengers won't accept that their mate is bound for the nick.
Let him go, but come on.
No, he's under arrest. He can't go anywhere. He's under arrest. He's going to court.
And there's worse news if they can't get the insurance certificate from mum.
So you're going to have to go to the address and get either the insurance or we'll take the car as well.
So you take the car as well?
Unless you run to the address now and get the insurance. Yeah. So unless you want to get running, do you want to run? Or you're not bothered?
On your marks, get set.
But this is not point, you know what I mean? What if I...
No.
Right, listen, this is not... Yeah, no, listen, stop. You're stood here arguing when you could be running. So you either run and get the proof of insurance...
And you let him go?
No, nothing to do with him. I'm about taking the car.
But I mean about him.
No, he's coming with us. He's going nowhere apart from court tomorrow.
If they get mum's documents, then the car won't be seized. But the driver is nicked regardless.
Are you from Slovakia as well?
No.
Where are you from?
I'm from Poland.
Poland. Where are you from?
Slovakia.
Right. So in Poland, when you're under arrest, do you go home or do you go to police station?
I go home and I'm going myself on court.
Right, no. In England, when you're under arrest, you go to police station. And when you're under arrest for not turning up, and there's a warrant issue for you, you go straight to court. Because you can't be trusted. Right, come. You don't need to be here. There's nothing you can do. Go. Okay?
They finally get rid of the passengers. But the scene has drawn a crowd.
You want to do a Snapchat picture?
Snapchat picture?
Yeah,
you want a Snapchat picture?
Yeah! Oh, who wants to do that picture?
And this crowd loves the cops.
Is that a real gun or whatever?
No, this is a taser, not a gun.
Can I hold it?
No, you can't hold it. I'm not going to try it on you, no, you're too small. Too small, your body won't handle it.
How old I am?
42. 42 years old.
No.
You must be to have a nice fancy phone like that. And a Gucci hat and an earring and all bling.
Ben's trained in crowd control. Sadly, he isn't trained in the art of the floss.
You do the floss.
I can't floss.
Just like
Is it like that? I'm not really good at flossing.
At least someone's told the truth tonight, Ben.
Are you filming now?
Yeah.
You're crazy, aren't you?
The wanted man pleaded guilty to shoplifting and failing to surrender to police. He received a 3-month curfew with an electronic tag and had to pay £295 in costs. A fresh court date looms to face further charges of driving without insurance and driving without a licence. All in all, a good night's work. And bonus, the Bens learned to floss. Kind of, and made a few friends along the way.
Police have got a bad rap around Bradford, and a lot of people just don't like us because they're told not to like us, but I like it when young kids come round because you can make a bit of an impression on them, and they're not everyone's a bad lad, are they?
Coming up.
Is it yours? Your car?
A herbal remedy for a blocked nose.
The smell of cannabis almost knocked me over, and I, as you can tell, have got a seriously bunged up nose.
Family drama at an RTC. And Kev versus the quad bike.
Come on!
Got about 100, haven't we? We've got 100 easy now.
Interceptors see motorists risk their lives every day.
Just come and sit back in my car, we just need to have a word with you. Okay.
And one group is more vulnerable than others.
It says, "Oh, when you're walking, you run."
Motorcyclists should take extra care on the road. But no one's told these planks who are testing Kev's patience.
Take the stinger out! How gonna do?
Riding like this without helmets is a recipe for disaster. But even sensible bikers face big risks on the roads.
It's been a constant menace, this red quad.
Motorcyclists are a lot more vulnerable, so when you come off, it's going to hurt.
Kev's an advanced motorcyclist who also rides on his days off. He's well aware that bike accidents can destroy lives.
So there's been a report of a two-vehicle crash involving a car and a motorcycle. Ambulance is 20 minutes out.
It isn't the rogue quad bike, but it is an alarming incident. CCTV at the scene shows a car doing a U-turn across the road as a scooter stacked straight into it. Unable to stop, the rider's flung from his ride, cartwheels over the bonnet and slams to the tarmac.
It's 6:20 in the evening and it's still busy for people leaving work, and it makes it a lot harder for us to get through traffic.
The ambulance is miles out, so Spenner drops a size 9 and they swiftly arrive at an emotionally charged crash scene.
Oh, please, just let me get to my boy.
The teenage rider is on the floor and his mother is a wreck. As relatives console her,
would you mind us getting an ETA for ambulance?
I've chased them up, so it shouldn't be too long.
an off-duty nurse brings the cops up to speed on the injured lad, Jack.
There's two hefty cuts, one just back there, a deep cut, and one there.
And paramedics arrive to tend to his injuries.
Jack, I'm just going to lift this leg up slightly.
It's all right, sweetie, don't worry.
Pick it up, Jack, pick it up.
Having slammed into a car and lost his shoe with the force,
I'm just going to get some pain relief in him before we even think about moving him.
Jack is a very lucky boy.
He isn't badly injured, this lad. It's one of the best signs that we can have is that he's shouting and talking, so he's quite vocal in the fact that he's all right.
You always think worse when they come off the bikes.
He's smiling now, he's away with Fed.
Yeah, only two paracetamol, this.
I got a phone call saying that he'd been knocked off his bike, and I instantly screamed and felt sick and just tried my best to get to him as quick as I could.
Booming.
Mum also informed the rest of the family,
You frightened us to death.
including Jack's pregnant girlfriend,
Come, it's alright. It's alright. It's alright.
who's relieved to learn he's all right.
It's alright. It's alright. It's alright, love, I promise you. It's not that heavy, you know.
Jack's wheeled to the ambulance for a routine trip to hospital.
Here we go.
We'll assess and let you know.
While his relatives are understandably emotional.
My brother got killed on a motorbike. It's just always dangerous. And Jack lost his dad in the similar accident. He died. She's coming down with a scenario that his dad died and then her baby's going to be fatherless.
The outcome is he's going to get told off by you either way, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's in trouble either way.
I'm never letting him ride a bike ever again.
No, Ian, he's bad from a bike.
Scooter Boy was treated for his injuries and is now on the road to recovery. Police took no further action against him or the driver of the car into which he collided. But Jack the lad did receive a lifelong ban from riding motorcycles, courtesy of Judge Girlfriend and the court of Mum.
He's so lucky he's hit nothing. He's even managed to slide onto the pavement on the lower part of it. He hadn't even hit a curbstone. A few inches up the road, his head could have hit the curb, anything. He's a really lucky lad. He wants to count his chickens now. How old are you?
Well, 61.
That's the worst attempt at trying to lie ever.
Drivers who try to outwit the cops are never criminal masterminds.
Right, what's your real name before I arrest you?
They're generally more dim bulb than Don Corleone.
What are you doing here?
I'm going home.
Dead end.
Dead end.
Which can be a gift for the Interceptors.
Left his phone up front driver's seat. What a douche.
Who sometimes encounter exceptional incompetence.
I will let the Sarge tell you while I go out and get this gent.
Adi and Sophie have just pulled a Corsa that's triggered the old copper's nose.
But that vehicle smells very strongly of cannabis.
Is it yours? Your car?
Yeah, it is.
When your car stinks so much they can smell it in the car behind, you've got problems.
I'm just taking hold of you because as soon as you got out of that car...
What car?
Your car that you've just been driving.
Yeah.
Yeah, just stand there. As soon as you got out of that car, just stand there. Take your hands out of your pockets. Just stand there.
Yeah.
The smell of cannabis almost knocked me over, and I, as you can tell, have got a seriously bunged up nose.
Right.
So, have you got any cannabis on you?
No.
No. And is there any cannabis in that car?
No.
Right. Even though you've told me you haven't got any on you, I'm still going to search you under the Misuse of Drugs Act. If you're not going to tell me you've got any on you and I find some, then I'm going to be a bit cross out.
Right, yeah.
And we don't want to make Adi cross, do we?
Have you smoked cannabis?
Earlier did, yeah.
When?
2 hours ago.
2 hours ago. Because you've said you smoked cannabis, I can smell it.
Yeah.
I'm going to also do a roadside drugs test on you.
Right, yeah.
All right.
While Adi searches the driver,
Right, young man.
Sophie pulls no punches with his passenger.
This car absolutely reeks. You can smell it a mile off of cannabis. Okay. Have you got any cannabis on you?
Yeah.
You have, yeah. Okay.
Just 2 pots of asthma.
He's coughed up to carrying 2 pots of pot.
Just stand by. Let's get another unit to come up to us because my colleague's with him. I'm obviously female. I'm sure you can understand. I'm going to get a bloke to search you just for you.
The driver's less inclined to offer up anything iffy.
So you say you've got nothing on you?
Yeah.
Nothing on you at all?
Sure enough, Adi's search uncovers nothing more than a stash of sweets.
I won't nick your M&M's.
Skittles.
Skittles, all right, okay.
Skittles, M&M's, call them what you will, they're not illegal.
Is there anything else in the car that we need to know about?
I've got a phone on me.
A phone on you?
Yeah.
Okay.
And neither is a second phone. But his next admission is a different story.
Just because I sold to a few of my friends.
Because drug dealing is illegal.
It's what, sorry?
I sold to a few of my friends.
Yes, this criminal mastermind really did just grass himself up for dealing.
All right, just before you say anything else, OK, you don't have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you do not mention when questioned something which will later rely in court, and anything you do say may be given evidence. The reason I'm cautioning you is just so that you know that everything that you say can be given evidence in relation to what you do and don't tell me.
Bang on cue.
And here are my colleagues, so just stand by.
Unless you want to admit anything else.
Right, all I need you to do is run your tongue round inside your mouth.
Meanwhile, the driver has problems of his own.
Lean a bit further forward, I can't, my arms aren't that long.
After admitting he smoked weed 2 hours ago, he's now being drug wiped.
So, have you ever been arrested before? Never. So you've never been into a police station?
Well, there's a first time for everything.
The young man has, as you can see, a couple of containers in there that are full of cannabis.
And tonight's full of firsts.
He's already told me he sells to a few of his friends.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, so I've cautioned him, but I've not locked him up. All right, but I think once he's done a good search of the car, he's going to come for papers, because at the end of the day, he's already sort of had it.
He certainly has.
He's really talked himself into the fact that he's supplying cannabis in that one sentence. Not the smartest move.
Do we need to do a thorough search at motor?
Oh, we certainly do.
Right, mate, while we're just waiting for results of this test to come back, you just sit there and keep quiet, all right?
AD may have a bunged up nose.
Here we go, look.
But he can still sniff out Class B drugs.
There's cannabis in there, but I can't get my hand in.
Do you want me to see if I can get my hand in? Does it need a girl's hand?
The Sarge's gentle touch and AD's brute force. And
that's got cannabis in it.
Bingo.
Oh no.
We'll have all that.
With a bonanza of cannabis and dealer bags.
There's another bit down here, Sarge. Can you get to...
And an admission from the passenger that he sells to his mates. All that's left is to establish whether the driver is under the influence 2 hours after his last smoke.
I'll just see what that results come back as. Oh.
Cannabis can be detected in saliva for up to 30 days.
Right, fella, your drugs wipe has come back negative for some reason, which is very, very good for you. What's not so good for you is that whilst I've conducted the search of your vehicle, I found some cannabis, which is a Class B drug. Alright, so you're now under arrest on suspicion of possession with the intent to supply a Class B drug. We suspect they're both out and about dealing. It's just his mate's a bit thick, and he's just openly admitted to my sergeant on camera, which is, you know, happy days, isn't it?
The witless wonder who grassed himself up was arrested for possession with intent to supply a Class B drug, as was his mate in the driver's seat. They await their day in court. In the meantime, hopefully a night in the cells has convinced them that they're not cut out for this game.
Not our normal kind of dealers, to be fair. Normally, people don't really talk to us. That's why my thought process is that they are just new to the job, shall we say.
Still to come.
Pull up, down there somewhere.
Spenner's Guide to Yorkshire's scariest wildlife.
What if a deer, an angry badger, anything could come out?
Life as an interceptor sometimes resembles a storybook.
I've got a fact with kiss.
You what, sorry?
Be it Beauty and the Beast.
Would you kiss me?
I definitely would not.
The Twits.
I'll give you our details. Stop.
What are you doing? This is a Hugo Boss top?
Don't care.
You can't afford that.
Oh no.
Or a full-on trip through the looking glass.
Put your hands together.
But the classic criminal yarn is, of course, Pinocchio.
What's your date of birth?
1966.
1966? You look about 20.
And when it comes to pulling the strings of a liar, Spenner is the puppet master. Who's just clocked a naughty driver using his mobile phone on the move.
Hello? Don't ignore me. You alright? Pull up down there somewhere. Pull up down there somewhere. Alright? If that's alright. This guy's just come past on his phone, so we're just going to point out that you're not allowed to use your phone whilst driving. And he's going to get a ticket.
Each year, hundreds of traffic accidents are caused by drivers using mobiles. Around 30 of them are fatal.
Let's ruin his day, I think, a little bit.
Interceptors come down hard on anyone caught using a phone at the wheel.
Hey buddy, take your phone off. Take off. Just jump in with us.
So it's into the Beamer for a short quiz on the highway code.
Are you allowed to use your mobile telephone whilst driving?
No.
Correct. Thanks for playing.
Why are you using it then?
I was an officer.
You've just driven past me and you were on your mobile phone. Had it to your ear as you just drove past me. Were you ringing the emergency services?
Yeah, officer.
You were? You ring 999. What is your emergency? I may be able to help you.
I just need to see someone in hospital.
Alright, that's not an emergency though, is it?
Is it not? Even if it's a family member?
Well, are you ringing the emergency services?
Yeah.
You ring 999?
Yeah.
Can I look at your phone? 'Cause I've got it here. It's on the floor. Can you unlock it? Have you turned it off now?
No, the phone's dead.
Well, you were using it a second ago. You just turned it off. You're going to be reported if you're using a mobile telephone whilst driving, okay? Do you understand that?
Is he even still there, Spenner?
Do you understand that?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
Of course, the emergency 999 call could exempt him from a fine, if it wasn't a massive whopper.
Sit your PIN number in so I can just see that telephone call you made. You don't have to if you don't want to.
I don't want to.
That's fine. All right, back then. This is a ticket for using your mobile phone while driving. Using your mobile phone is 6 points. And that's £200.
I need my...
Well, you shouldn't use your phone while driving.
Honestly, man, I wasn't...
Well, if you weren't using it, show me your call register.
All Pinocchio has to do is prove he didn't make or receive a call. So, he opens up his call history and deletes it.
So you're deleting them in front of my face?
Look, man.
You've just deleted it in front of my face.
Professor Moriarty, he's not.
Don't treat me like I'm an idiot.
Come on, mate, please.
No, mate. So what's going to happen is you're going to get a fine of £200, 6 points on your licence, all right?
Officer, please, look, man, I haven't got no calls.
You've just deleted it in front of my face.
Mate, look.
Well, you're on camera deleting it in front of my face. I ain't going to sit, but please don't treat me like I'm a moron.
Mate, I'm not.
You are.
Look, you can't.
No, Shakir, you are. You are. Treat me like I'm a total moron. And I'm not. So let me just fill out this little bit of paperwork for you.
Officer, I wasn't using my phone.
You were.
I can't afford the 6 points at all, officer, honestly.
Well, I'll tell you what, rewind 5 minutes,
Yeah.
and don't use your phone again then, and you'll be all right. You'd have to contend with this, do you?
Seems reasonable.
I didn't put anyone in danger. I knew what I was doing. The road had my full 100% attention, honest to God.
Apart from the fact you didn't see me parked at the side of the road, you drove past me though, did you?
Honestly, just concentrating on the road ahead. I wouldn't be looking left and right.
Why not? What happens if a child runs out from the right-hand side? What if a deer? An angry badger?
Angry badger?
Next time, don't use your phone. Simple as that, you'll be all right. See you later.
And look out for angry badgers. The driver who claimed he was both not on the phone but also on the phone to the emergency services was reported for driving whilst using a mobile. Pinocchio didn't live happily ever after. He was fined £200 and got 6 points on his licence.
There's probably a lesson in there somewhere, but he's learned it the hard way.
He stood at the gate with a kitchen knife saying he's going to stab police.
Crime is on the rise.
Armed with an axe and a machete.
Trying to break into 2 separate houses.
But cometh the hour.
More units, more units.
Cometh the Interceptors.
Get on the floor! Out and running.
We're riding with West Yorkshire's elite. Alongside their pursuit drivers.
Contact, stand by.
On target with their firearms unit.
There's no horse, where's the sailor?
In the air with their eye in the sky.
Off and running.
This is the front line in the fight against crime.
Get on the floor! Get on the ground!
This is Police Interceptors.
It's just another day in paradise.
Coming up.
Can we get a stinger out, please? Let's go sting it.
Harry pops his stinger cherry.
Don't you round about now. Spin still.
Justice is served for a hit-and-run driver.
She's driven off, she hasn't gone up police station. Even if she reports it morning, she's still getting smashed for this because it's appalling.
And the game of pass the parcel ends with a suspect present for the Interceptors.
Grab him. What's in your hand?
Training new blood is a vital part of the job. Teaching rookie Matt Graham the way of the Interceptor tonight is Sensei Bob Hoyle.
And then let's see what we can get.
The apprenticeship starts immediately as the duo join an ongoing pursuit of a runaway Golf.
We don't know the reason why it's failed to stop for a moment in time. It seems like a routine check and it's decided not to stop.
Yes, that's on my waste. It's currently just sort of residential roads at the moment. Not being able to get over sort of 50 miles an hour.
The runaway Golf TDI is doing laps like it's at Le Mans.
Yeah, he's just doing loops of this sort of estate where he's got right.
But eventually heads out towards the main roads via a T-junction, which he navigates like a toddler. With blue lights in his rear view, the smart move would be to pull up. But he gets his toe down and tries something more terrifying.
He's right up towards Hollow Lane. He has gone wrong side of the traffic light.
His next trick, overtaking on a blind bend.
Wrong side of Bollards, continue. Currently doing 70 miles an hour.
70 turns to 80 and it's getting tense. A dodgy swerve to the right to hide from a speed camera. It's a mad manoeuvre, but he might hope to avoid being ID'd on camera. And the camera-shy kamikaze keeps it up. Veering all over the road to dodge being flashed. He's all over the shop, pushing almost 90 in a 30 limit. Thankfully, it's early in the morning and the traffic is light. The suspect driver continues to push his luck.
Speed is 80, overtaking vehicle.
A quick test of the Golf springs. Before he hangs a left into the back streets. The suspect's treating his hatchback like a bumper car.
Back alley, big end. It's collided with a parked vehicle. I don't know whether he's going to look for a defect out.
The Golf hits the car on the corner, collides with a wheelie bin,
He's collided with a parked vehicle.
and completes the hat trick by bashing the Range Rover on the way out.
He's done a wheel. The side and stuff. You got lights out?
He's activated the idiot's cloaking device. But turning your lights off as the sun comes up isn't exactly a criminal masterstroke.
I don't know whether he's going to look for a decent round here.
Runaway drivers often return to areas they are familiar with to dump and run. It looks like the suspect driver knows his way around these narrow alleys. The Golf hangs a right. The Interceptors try to head him off at the bottom.
Does that mean we've lost it then? Yes, yes.
But the Golf doesn't reappear. They've lost sight of him.
What is this?
The cops flood the area.
I can only think he'll have dumped it because we didn't follow him through alley.
And eventually locate the Golf.
Yeah, 5-0, we've got the vehicle, Victor uniform.
But not the bloke who was driving it.
Same two lads up there, haven't you?
Bob and rookie Matt are on scene and clock two lads walking nearby.
Screw it up, buddy. Whereabouts have you come from? Say again? Just come join my car, sir.
The lad says he was out for a stroll. While another unit deals with his mate, Matt leads the Dawn Rambler to the car for questioning.
Whereabouts have you come from?
Just went for a walk.
Right, take your hands out your pockets, mate. You got no keys on you out like that?
Search me, officer.
Right,
I was just going for a walk. I swear to God, I just come for a walk.
Why aren't you cold then? You're red hot. You're absolutely red hot.
And hot stuff is a familiar face to recently arrived Interceptor Claire Gray.
Oh, hello.
You know, you see me yesterday. I lived around the corner of that
Yesterday, we're driving from Audi yesterday.
It seems he had a run-in with Claire yesterday and has been out of the police cells for just over 24 hours. But he's still denying being in the Golf.
I just come out my house for a walk now.
Rookie Matt can't prove who was in the runaway car, let alone ID a driver. So the young apprentice seeks words of wisdom from the sensei.
Bob, has that lad said where he's come from?
No. What's he saying?
He said he's just been for a walk.
There's no evidence they were in the car, so both suspects are released.
Go on and put your shoe on and disobey then. Go on.
I promise you.
Coming knocking on your door, what?
I promise you. Forget knocking on my door. Take hold of every one of you.
But the spirited rookie has mastered the art of patience. Giving the area a final sweep, he's drawn to a makeshift curtain, which seems to be hiding something iffy.
Come out. What are you doing in there?
Busted.
Come out now. Come out and show me your hands. Get your hands out of your pocket and come out. Now. Move.
Could this be their missing driver?
Get out now. Get out. Show me your van and get out.
Bob Hoyle and rookie Matt Graham are after the driver of a white Golf.
Wrong side of Bullard.
The bloke has driven at crazy speeds.
Continue. Currently doing 70 miles an hour.
With no concern for anyone's safety.
Go through. He's collided with a parked vehicle.
And managed to lose the cops.
We've lost it then.
But the Interceptors have located the abandoned car.
Oh, he's on foot in here a bit.
And rookie Matt has clocked someone lurking behind a makeshift curtain near the dumped Golf.
Come out. What are you doing in there? Come out now. Come out and show me your hands. Get your hands out of your pocket and come out. Now. Move. Come out now. Get out now. Get out. Show me your van and get out. Give me that hand.
It's curtains for you, my friend. Matt takes the lead and asks the obvious.
What are you doing stood in there?
Nothing, officer.
Yeah, this moment in time, buddy, you're detained for a search and section at pace, alright? Okay. You're riding this way, a vehicle has been dumped after a pursuit. Okay. You got one you shouldn't have?
No.
Have you just run from that car on there? No, or no?
The man denies involvement, but they found a potentially crucial bit of evidence in his hidey hole.
Would you like the honours?
Is that where he was?
Yeah, we're in there.
Right, okay.
Would you like the honours? One car key.
He might deny all knowledge of the key.
It's not mine,
It smells as well, smells of booze.
Right, we're back in as well.
But he's nicked.
This moment in time, under arrest on suspicion of dangerous driving and failed to stop for police.
A quick check reveals the key fits the Golf and Matt breathalyses him.
Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Right, you keep stopping at that very important part, you're not out of breath. So cut the rubbish out, I give you one last shot and you'll be locked up otherwise, you understand?
Look, one.
Oh, you don't understand about it?
Nothing.
No? Right, go on, last chance. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, come. There we go, thank you.
He's blown over. They also find cannabis in the car. It's been an excellent bit of work by the rookie.
You get a gut instinct really, let's have a look around here, and I don't know, it just brings you around here. It's a nice little place to hide, nice little place to duck away. And when you've got a nice curtain, well, carpet, dropped over a door, it's a bit odd and it's good.
And top marks from his teacher.
I think it's brilliant, that. A good hiding place. But we knew it wasn't going to be far away, didn't we?
Yeah.
Keys as well, bonus. Yeah, brilliant. Good job.
The runaway Golf was suspected to be a pool car used by criminals and taken off the road. The curtain twitcher found near the key admitted to being in the Golf, but they couldn't prove he was driving. He got a community resolution order for possession of cannabis. No action was taken against the other two lads. There's no time to rest for Matt and Bob, as the stakes on their next job couldn't be higher.
Received, thank you. Do we know if she's on the correct side of the bridge? Received, thank you.
Details are coming in of a suspected suicide attempt.
We're just going to report a moment of a female that's seen straddling the side of one at Bridges just a little bit further on, just before Hartsend Moor, before junction 25. We're just making our way just in case we need to look at putting a full closure on motorway network, but it's also assist other units going. Highways England have also turned out on a ride and they've located a female. She's on the correct side at the bridge, but she's just not playing ball with them at the moment, so we're just going to go give them an hand and see if we can assist her all.
With suicide rates up nearly 12% in the UK last year, Interceptors are trained to deal with such situations.
Also needs a little bit of help, don't you? So we'll see if we can give that a little bit of support.
They reach the scene to find a running car parked nearby and the lady sitting down at the roadside, who is spooked by their arrival. Matt leaps into action to assist this clearly distressed individual.
Don't do auxiliary and just stay there for me, all right?
The rookie's chief concern is to get her away from the railings.
Come and sit in. I'm not going to come any closer to you than you are. Just stay there for me. What's your name? Go on, tell me your name. Come on. Listen, I'm not going to go any further to you than what you are to me, all right? I promise you I'll stay here. You just stay there for me. Sit down, sit down.
Having diffused the initial dangers, Matt tries to get to the bottom of the situation.
Brought you up here. Why?
While Matt deals with the lady, Bob also considers the risk posed to others.
Sitting back down again, she is distressed. It might be that we get another unit east and west just in case we have to close this carriageway.
Matt has managed to persuade her to the safety of the police car.
Come and sit in my car. Come on. What's your name? Come on.
Come on.
Where in Bursley are you from?
50, she's securing our car over.
An ability to empathise is a key skill in these sensitive situations, and the rookie is handling it well.
Part and a bit of help is what you need. Yeah, listen, you have not caused an inconvenience whatsoever. I'd rather be dealing with you up here, giving you that help you need, and support, even if it's just for a 10-minute chat and get you on back on track.
More experienced officers arrive, but Matt continues to lead.
You do not have to apologise for Sir all today. Alright, I would much rather have sat here talking to you, who's clearly a decent lass, with a clearly decent family, a decent job, than dealing with some numpty sat in Bradford. Alright, and I promise you that.
Interceptors are trained not only to deal with the immediate situation, but also get people the future help they need.
You need that bit of support, and that's what we'll give you. All you need is that little bit of help. We join to help people like yourself who need that little bit of support and that little bit of advice.
Having calmed her down, Matt moves to plan her support.
What I want to do with you is get you some support today, alright? And I don't care how long that takes us, and I don't care if we have to take you miles and miles away, but you just need to talk and get that bit of support. I promise you, we've all been there, no matter how old we are or where you are in life. Come on, you come to my closed car, come on.
Go to this car.
The lady will be taken to the station and referred on to the appropriate support.
I'm going to drive your car back to the police station as well for you. All right. Go on, you jump in with my colleagues.
We'll get her back to the station,
yeah.
We'll get her warmed up, get her a brew.
Yeah.
We'll get the crisis team up.
Despite it being Matt's first such incident, he's dealt with it like a seasoned interceptor.
Just talking to her for a little bit, she's clearly a lovely lady, got a lovely family behind her, but she's going through a really bad patch in life, and she thought the best result would be to end her life, really. She's here today and she's going to accept that support. Just talking to her for the last 10 minutes, and she's a lovely lass, got a good business, got a good life, but she's just in that bad time at the moment, but things will change for her, hopefully, and she gets the support she needs today. You don't always want the car chasing and stuff like that, as much as that fun. Just helping someone who needs that bit of half an hour of support, and it goes a long way, and it's good job.
Over the last 4 years, hit and runs on the UK's roads have increased by over 45%. With many road users still unaware that it's a legal requirement to report any road traffic collision.
Here we go.
Interceptors Warren Pickard and Dave Long are on patrol when news comes in of a hit and run at a petrol station.
I believe there's a job that you've just gone to that may require us.
Looking like it's just a field stop, knocked down. This guy is knocking on a bit, quite elderly, but he's got no injuries from looks of him.
Alarm bells start ringing when you tell me he's elderly. How old are we talking?
He's 80.
Okay, mate, we're coming over.
Although the officer on scene reports the victim is okay, given his age, the interceptors aren't taking any chances.
It's like any job, you learn from experience. It's okay for them to say, yeah, he's fine. We need to go there, speak with paramedics, have a look at the mechanics of it, where he's been hit. Has he fallen to the floor? Has he banged his head? Because the guy may feel fine now, but a lot of that's due to adrenaline more than anything else. He might not feel fine in 2 hours, and in 4 hours, worst case scenario, he could be dead.
Off duty, this ex-Spark is all about his family. Even manages to run a youth footy team with his wife.
My grandparents are in their 80s, and if they got knocked down, I would like the best people to turn up to look after them. We're the experts, we're the ones that deal with this, day in, day out when required. And it's like anything else. You want the right people turning up for the right job, and that's us.
They arrive on scene.
Can we go find out what's going on?
First port of call, the potentially injured party who's being treated in the ambulance.
Where have you been tonight?
Black Bull in Liverpool.
For a couple of drinks, all right. How much have you had to drink, if you don't mind me asking?
3 pints.
3 pints, all right. Enjoy them?
Yeah, it's good beer.
Yeah, good stuff, all right, okay. Just explain to me what happened.
I was on my way home.
Right, okay.
I sort of glanced to my right and there was this white car coming towards me.
Yeah.
It didn't stop, it knocked me down.
Yeah, right, okay. Did you see what the car did afterwards?
No.
He might not have seen what happened, but the garage CCTV did.
There he is.
There's our guy.
Yeah. The man is walking across the garage entrance when the Audi pulls in and knocks him over.
Oh, it's quite a minor impact.
Very minor, yeah.
But she knows, but there's somebody in the passenger seat as well.
Most people will be out of the car like a shot, but driver and passenger have other ideas.
That's shocking.
As onlookers tend to the elderly man, a passing motorist turns round and follows the Audi.
This is the young lady that came for help.
Oh yeah, he's off after it now.
Yeah, brilliant.
The Good Samaritan tailed the runaway Audi round the corner, but the driver parked up and legged it. Warren and Dave are on the case.
So now we're going to try and find the Audi that failed to stop, which apparently has been parked somewhere around here.
And there it is. The driver of the Audi may have scarpered, but its passenger hasn't.
Nothing.
Hello, you alright?
Yeah, you?
Yeah, not so bad. How you keeping?
Alright, yeah, good mate, can't argue. What's passenger got to say?
He's basically said that he went to a shop to get some milk and he was with his girlfriend. But
whose car it is?
Yeah. He was very vague in the details. He seemed drunk. He's said that he's parked up here.
Who were driving?
Female party was driving, and he was in the passenger seat with his seatbelt on. So I'm quite comfortably saying.
Where is she?
Don't know where she is.
So we've no idea where she is?
No. She's left.
She might have left the scene, but she can't escape justice.
We're going to do her for fail to stop, fail to report road traffic collision. She's no excuse. She's driven off. She hasn't gone to a police station. Even if she reports it morning, she's still getting smashed for this because it's appalling.
Yeah.
The runaway driver is facing serious charges, but luckily for her, the victim appears to be uninjured.
The ambulance crew have checked the gentleman out. They're amazed how fit and healthy he is for an 80-year-old male. So they're going to transport him back home, just due to the time of day. And he's happy enough to go home and go to bed. I'm sure we might get a phone call in the morning with some spurious excuse into why she did what she did, but we shall see.
The shameless runaway never contacted the police, but Warren tracked her down. She pleaded guilty to failing to stop, failure to report a road traffic collision, and driving without due care and attention. She was ordered to pay £490 in fines and costs and was given 6 points on her licence.
Roundabout now.
Coming up.
Stay there, kid, for now, alright?
The pit team are reunited with some old friends.
It was only last week they were locked up for the same offence and they're just continuing to do it.
I'm getting arrested!
And Tom and Wayne bag 2 for the price of 1.
You've tested positive for cocaine.
Drug trafficking crimes in West Yorkshire are at their highest level since 2010. With the region's dealers spreading untold misery across local communities.
They don't give two hoots about anybody, and you know these drugs are being dealt to kids, and they don't care. As long as they're selling the drugs, getting the money from the drugs, they have absolutely no concern about the impact of what they're doing. It's people who can't be bothered to get themselves a real job, do some real employment and make a real impact on society, and so they just prey on the weakest.
Racing to apprehend a vehicle containing suspected dealers is the proactive Intercept team, including Harry, Big H Jeffrey and Dave Lunn. For Big H, this case is personal, as he grew up in the area that they're heading to.
It's been sighted in the Bingley area. We suspect it's gone out there to commit further drug deals and crime. So we're doing our best to make our way to the area and pick up on its return journey.
Harry's only been on the force for 3 years, but he's already an advanced driver and part of the elite Intercept team. This won't be his first encounter with these suspected drug dealers.
Last time we locked these guys up, we did catch them by surprise, right in the act.
Just a week ago,
Hands on the wheel now, both of you!
Big H and Steph nicked the suspected gang with a stash of crack cocaine and heroin, despite their best efforts to lob Class A's out of the window.
Doesn't get any better than that.
An unmarked unit is now behind the suspect vehicle.
Can we get a stinger out, please? Let's go sting it.
The plan is to take out the target's tyres with a stinger, and local boy Harry knows just the spot.
India 2-3. I'll set a stinger site, Bradford Old Road, near Nuffield Gym.
Just here.
It's going to come up here, mate. I need up there.
Up there somewhere.
It's hard to make me around down there. I need you to give comms, mate.
This is the first stinger Harry will have deployed on active duty. He won't be relying on beginner's luck as his Interceptors training kicks in. He unpacks a row of metal teeth, each hungry for some rubber.
Stinger at mini roundabout. We'll only let him know on APR when it's deployed.
Well, there, buddy.
It's hard to keep a low profile when you're 6'6", but Big H does his best.
Yep, it's right on Scotland New Road towards the Nuffield Health Centre.
Suspects incoming.
1, 2.
Stings away.
Go to roundabout now. Spin strong.
And boom, direct hit. Dave races to finish off the job and get the suspect stopped.
He's got it.
Knowing he's running on borrowed time, the Vauxhall driver has pulled over.
Took it in, no damage apart from tyres.
Sarge is on scene and the pair are quickly in cuffs.
Stay there, kid, for now, all right?
Harry's not far behind. A quick stop to admire his handiwork, then H is reunited with the suspects he nicked the week before. Question is, have they learned their lesson?
It's going to be easy to just tell us where the drugs are.
Anyone got any?
Passenger?
No.
No.
They claim to be clean, but the passenger is packing some serious wedge.
What's cash from, mate?
Universal credit.
Something down my kicks. What's down there, mate?
There?
It's down your kicks.
No, put shorts on.
He claims it's his shorts, not drugs down there, and there's an easy way to find out.
You're coming in for a strip search, mate. We'll speak to an inspector to seek authority. I'm going to put your cuffs to the rear, OK?
For someone with nothing to hide, he seems nervous.
Just relax your hands, you're shaking.
Both suspects are heading down the nick, all thanks to a successful first sting for Harry.
It's not been aware of the police presence. It's allowed us to put the stinger tactic in place, so we've found a suitable spot. I've been able to throw the stinger out, which is deflated at least one tyre, just to minimise that risk of a pursuit. However, once it's been stung, it's accelerated away. It looked like it was going to take a chase, or attempt to take a chase. So that suggests to me that they're just buying themselves that little bit of time just to conceal any drugs. As I've been searching the passenger, he's been quite fidgety, shaking. It seems to me like they may have concealed something. But we'll get them to custody for a strip search and have a look and see what we've got.
Once the pair have checked in with the duty sergeant...
Do you understand why you've been arrested?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're treated to a full strip search.
Turn around, give us a squat.
And the passenger's hiding something far worse than shorts.
Yeah, properly secreted.
He had suspected Class A's concealed in his rear end. Add that to the cash found in the passenger's pocket.
20, 40, 50, 155.
And after the arrest last week, the signs are that two drug dealers are about to go down.
It was only last week they were locked up for the same offence, and they're just continuing to do it, showing no regard for the communities that they're dealing in. Well, that car had been followed from Bingley by our sergeant, and Bingley's where I was born, where I grew up. So there's a little bit of extra satisfaction for me that people drug dealing around where I live and grew up, I've been able to disrupt that criminality, get them off the streets. So it's a good job, a lot of satisfaction for me, good sting, clean up the area where I live. So yeah, I'm chuffed.
Both driver and passenger were found guilty of possession with intent to supply crack cocaine and heroin for both the initial and the subsequent arrest. The passenger got 7 years at Her Majesty's pleasure, the driver 32 months.
Fair amount of drugs there.
Yes, mate. Ah, bingo. Thought I could smell it.
Trying to conceal drugs from the Interceptors is a mug's game.
Yeah.
But there's no shortage of mugs out there willing to roll the dice.
Mate, I'm getting arrested, aren't I?
Yeah, you're going to get arrested.
In Leeds, Wayne Mason and Tom White are investigating a disturbance when a passing Merc piques Tom's interest. The occupants were acting shifty. Not a good look to present to an interceptor.
Here, Wayne, let's go after that.
Leaving another unit to deal with the disturbance.
I think it's the last drive in it, but there's 2 lads in it.
Tom and Wayne go after the shifty mobile. They light up the Merc and break out the horn section. After a slight delay,
we're off.
The driver sees sense.
I'll do it. Cancel, vehicle stopped. Why did you stop straight away?
I thought you were taking over, that's right.
Right.
Is it your car, my dear?
Yeah. It's fine.
No.
Do you want to jump out so we can do some checks with you then? Just have a seat in there then.
Tom deals with the passengers.
Are you alright, Tom?
Yes, I'll meet you.
While Wayne is on driver duty.
Well, have you got some insurance for this?
Yeah.
You have?
The Merc belongs to a friend. The driver claims she's covered under her own car insurance.
What kind of car is it?
Castle Blue.
However, it doesn't check out.
Right, that's showing as scrapped with no insurance. I don't think you've got any insurance. Okay. Who's got the key for the car at the moment? Right. Tom, it's 165, mate, get the key.
The car is heading to the pound.
Pass it to Key a sec.
I'm not doing it.
Yeah, I need key. Pass it to Key. She's asked for it.
She on.
She has. Pass me the key.
I don't believe you.
Pass me the key.
No.
The passenger isn't playing ball.
Can I have the key, please?
I don't have to give you the key.
Some gentle persuasion.
She hasn't got any insurance, so we want the car key now, please, because we're recovering the car.
Put it like this: you're not wanted at the minute, and you're not. And
if you don't give us the car key, you might get locked up for obstruct instead.
Seems to do the trick.
Give us the car key, because we're taking car.
Thank you, mate.
But no insurance could be the least of the driver's worries.
Just because I've been driving a motor vehicle, all right. Require some roadside drug work from you. I think there is some evidence in the car of drug use. Do you consent to provide a specimen of saliva?
Yeah.
Stick your tongue out like this. Sit forward a bit so I can reach.
The White tests for cocaine and cannabis.
Thank you. This takes 8 minutes to do. Shut the door, pal. Cheers, mate.
While Wayne and Tom await the result of the wipe, they clock a clumsy handover.
Grab him.
From driver to passenger. Bad move.
Come here, sir. What's in your hand? Put it on top. Put it on top. What is it?
Right. Bit of twister.
It's a package wrapped in tin foil, and odds are it's not his sandwiches.
Why are you listening to me?
I just want to know what that is. All right.
That's not to do with me.
Well, it's in your hand.
Don't just put it there.
It was an audacious attempt, but the dodgy delivery has been intercepted.
What is it?
Look, that's with me.
He claims it's cannabis.
Smells strong.
Very good.
Their little carry-on has turned him from innocent passenger to suspect.
So we're about to search you.
Yes,
Section 23 of the Misuse of Drugs Act, all right.
Yeah, no problem.
And it seems he's hiding something else.
What is it? It's black.
Twister? Oh, no.
We know what it is.
What is it?
They suspect it's heroin.
I'm arresting you on suspicion of possession of a Class A drug, alright?
Yeah. Whatever the substance is, one thing's for sure.
I'm getting arrested!
And attention turns back to the driver.
So you've had some drugs on you because you've passed them to him. He's got some drugs on him, so you are being detained now for the purposes of the search under the Misuse of Drugs Act. Do you understand that? It's not going to be us doing it, hopefully, but we're going to try and get a female down to you.
While they await a female officer, the test result is in. And the drug in question is in, no doubt.
And we'll be given evidence, alright. You've tested positive for cocaine. Right. You're under arrest on suspicion of drug driving. So have you got anything on you shouldn't have? You might as well tell us, because we are going to find it. I promise you that much. What else have you got on you?
Knowing the game's up, she makes her first sensible move of the night.
What's that?
Found some Class A's on you.
Some crack. Right. There's 2 pieces of crack in there, is there? Right. Have you got anything else on you?
No.
Right.
Class A's and B's spell bad news for the driver.
Right. You're also under arrest on suspicion of possession of a Class A substance, okay?
Who's joining her mate in cuffs.
I want your hands behind your back, alright? Because at this point in time, until you're searched, I want to make sure that you can't do, or you're limited in terms of what you can and can't do, alright?
There'll be no more pass the parcel for these two. A search of the driver reveals nothing further, and they're both off down the nick.
Have a seat on there, mate.
Listen, I'm going to get in here. We've got to push me. Come on, man.
Nice one, cheers.
The man eventually ID'd the drug in the container. He was found guilty of possession of a Class A drug and received a 12-month community order plus £90 victim surcharge. His partner in Pass the